Yeah. All right, Shalom. For the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of this wicked and sinful kingdom called America according to the Bible. Before we go any further, I give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akabadah. Double honors our apostles and the elders and the bishop of Great Millstone, all right, who rule well, taught this truth according to the Bible. All right, and then as you can see, especially with these damn gas prices going up, you know, I just stopped at one of the cheapest places. That shit was over $3, man.
That was 3? I didn't even pay attention.
Yeah, it was over three a gallon, man. And I saw somewhere in California it was like already $7 a gallon, like 7 and some change. And that could have been, you know, a fake one or whatever. But gas is definitely going up, man. And all this is prophecy, man. All right, the wars, the rumors of wars that you're seeing and hearing about. All right, the Bible goes into it and breaks this stuff down, man. All right.
Hey, and if I can add, you know, gas prices went up, and that's in under a week. That's within 7 days. It hasn't even been a full week since the whole Iran situation. So imagine if this thing is prolonged for weeks or months, and the prices continue to rise. Because, you know, right now, you know, 3 and some change is risen, but, you know, people still do that. But imagine when they hit $4 a gallon, $5 a gallon, $6 a gallon in states that's not California. You know, in states like North Carolina or New York, with and that's happened before, you know, years ago when gas got up to like $5 a gallon. I remember that. But during times of war, that's where you go see it at, you know, gas, food, and etc.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction.
So sound goes into really a vibration. That's the vibration of the earth right now. It's battle. You know, infighting, war within nations and countries, regions. Because why? This is the time that the Lord prophesied of. That and you see wars and rumors of wars. It's the side effect of prophecy, man. Again, what's happened is, again, the wars, as you see, it's not a boots on the ground war. It's about missiles. That's if someone forgot that, Isaiah 95. Yep. You know, missiles being shot, just pressing buttons and driving drones and blowing up stuff, man. Because that's the war that we're dealing with, man. As they're trying to get boots on the ground in Iran, but that's expensive. You know, and it's not safe because where the hell are you gonna drive these guys off? Iran is a mountainous country. Yes, sir. Yeah, there's Isaiah 95.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Yep, which is going to conventional warfare. That's how it's always been fought. Mano a mano. My best men against your best men. Yep. You know, we find somewhere to fight and we duke it out, man. And that's how war was fought, man. And it's getting to go into the details. Swords, clinging, confused noise, grunts, you know, war cries. You hear shouts from your commander.
Horses trampling.
Horses trampling. Yeah. Push. You know? And that's how old warfare was fought, man. But go ahead.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yep, so this war is going to be exclusively with missiles. Because for one, it's much cheaper and more cost effective to send missiles than sending troops. Because you got to house these troops, you got to keep their morale up, you know, you got to make sure they're, you know, protected. Yep. You know, obviously they have to be supplied for a decent time frame and journey.
Yep. Yeah, like you said, you got to house, you got to feed them, make sure they got their weapons, make sure they morale up. Listen, you got to think, right now, especially with Babylonians, I'm pretty sure they already got some scared individuals that hasn't even got sent over there yet. You know, because this 2026.
You see those TikToks? But people say they come get me. I'm here.
Yeah. It's 2026. This ain't the year of war. This ain't the world of warriors and savages and real deal killers. These people go full. Shit, you got people with the Russia and Ukraine war. it was stories and articles coming out on how soldiers with the Ukrainian arrest war, how they was giving up, and they was just straight up abandoning posts. So imagine what Americans, Babylonians, they go throw their guns across the street before they even get sent over there.
And you got high-ranking officials that's been in this man's military, whether it's the Marines, the Navy, Army. Like that one dude got his arm broken, or hand broken.
Yeah.
He was out of here. He was out of Raleigh.
Really?
Yeah, he was out of Raleigh. And so people are waking up like, yo, we're not trying to fight this war.
This war is good. They're saying this war is for Israel. This ain't for America.
Get that real quick.
This is the
I
book
got
of
two precepts, too, get it clear.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 30, and it reads, "The mighty men of Babylon have fought wars to fight. They have remained in their homes." This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 30, and it reads, "The mighty men of Babylon have fought wars to fight."
Yep, so the mighty men of Babylon had put war. So the world's going into this is an unpopular war. That's why Trump, what he did, he went past Congress to push this war, man. He didn't ask nobody well, you know, it's the elites. We don't give Trump too much credit. You know, they didn't ask for permission. They didn't ask the people's vote. You didn't see a campaign for a war with Iran because obviously that's unpopular.
Right.
Now Trump's on the verge of getting impeached. Because again, the people around the planet, and especially America, they don't want to fight Iran. Again, he even is going to the mighty men. So if your men of war don't want to fight, so how are you going to win this fight? How are you going to win this war? That's why going to Isaiah 95, man. Listen, we don't need you no more. We got robots, we got the technology, you know. That's how Esau's going to try to get around pushing these buttons and getting ultimate prophecy going, man. It's going to be agenda.
Yeah, because America wasn't provoked with any threats. You know, that's why they saying, people against it, because it was kind of like Trump and Israel kind of went out of their way to start this conflict.
It was more Israel started it and America backed them up.
Yeah.
Because this is Israel's war.
But they were saying, like, what interest does that have for the United States? Not really. They had no interest over there.
Well,
Black gotta work, so I gotta leave it like
that's it. The Trump Epstein file stuff is just scratching on the surface because, again, the elites, especially the politicians, those that are doing deals with Israel with the APEC stuff, lobbying, they have blackmail on them, man, doing nasty, heinous acts. All
probably
part
gonna
of
take
their
it to
crime, man.
Taza
You know, so if it comes out that they don't want to play ball, then here comes a leaked email or a leaked video or whatever it may be, man. Because same way with Trump, and that's why he has handlers, man.
Yep.
That's what's happening.
Jeremiah 51 and verse 30. "The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might has failed. They became as women. They have burned their dwelling places. Her bars are broken."
That's again going to morale. You can't have men that are scared fighting.
Right.
You know, so you're expecting these mighty men to go out and do something that ultimately is impossible. You know, imagine again, which was talking about the TikTokers, you guys, especially Jake, that was playing around and thought this was gonna get a nice, easy pension, nice, cool life, school paid off, whatever. And here it is, you getting a call, you getting sent up, the plane already ready, full of fuel, you going on that plane to go to the Middle East, man.
Yeah, one of my coworkers, their significant other got shipped, going to be shipped off, and they're going to be gone for 7 months. You know?
And again, these military men, they don't want to fight this war.
Yeah.
Because again, there's no, what do you gain from this? What do you win? Nothing, man. Because again, what's going to happen is that the bigger picture is then bigger players start coming in, man. China and Russia, which already kind of happened.
Yep.
Like how U.S. is doing with Ukraine, being a proxy. They're using their weapons and testing out their technology against the Russians over there, man. So that's what China and Russia going to do with Iran, man. You know, so it's going to get crazy, man.
Let me say real quick, and all that, discharge that people are trying to do now, you ain't getting out of it now.
Oh, no, so
Yeah, the time of you getting medical discharge and all that shit. I remember the brothers in L.A. One of the main camps, one of the main Spanish-speaking camps, right? Was telling Jake this was a few years ago, yo, you better get up out of there, man. And he was like, nah, like pretty much this is for me. Okay.
yeah, because now, especially these days we living in, once people start getting shipped over there to the Middle East, and other continents and countries, they're not gonna come back. They're not coming back.
Yeah, I saw a clip where an Edomite guy was like,
It's over.
he was like, he had the camera close to his face, and he was like, yeah, you know, if we don't make it home, you know, God bless America.
Thank you.
You know,
They're not coming back.
144, that's the spirit.
They're not 2144. Yeah, they're not coming. They're not coming back.
That's right.
Especially once it get crazy. Once it get crazy, they're not gonna be thinking about making sure Americans come back and get back home to their families, because they gonna be trying to send even more over there.
Maybe a draft. They've been talking about it. Maybe 2027 they might issue a draft and get out of hand.
I mean, hey, remember some months back, Germany was sending out forms and letters to all the 18-year-olds, the fresh 18-year-olds straight out of high school, telling them to get ready for war. Hey, remember Europe? Remember last year and the year before, Europe and France, they were sending out forms on how to make survival kits, but to last 72 hours. These other countries is already ready for war, and they've already been preparing their citizens and even their young adults for war. And even here in America in the last couple of years, what was that? They said 18 to 26? You automatically, your name pretty much automatically put in the bucket list. 18 to 26. You getting hit up right off the bat. You know? So the stage is set.
Even the people that really recently got out got a chance of going back in.
Yeah, because once you sign the contract, say you sign the contract for 4 years, I think you automatically owe them another 4 years. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how it goes. Whatever you sign the contract, it's like the fine print.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring this real quick. This is Isaiah. What was you just reading?
Jeremiah 51 and 30.
Okay, I'll wait for this one. This this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Jumping down, verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
So everything's seasonal. At the time, for a period, it was so-called peace, which you really can't say it was peace. You know, he was still doing his dirt, going around causing wars.
Yep.
You know, funding wars and terrorist groups. You know, to do the bidding of the elites, but more so the nation, man. Because you have again normal so-called peaceful countries. Now in the back of their mind, they're thinking about, hey, we might have to engage in this war, man.
Yep.
Super small countries that might have 1 billion people. Now their military is getting briefed that they might have to engage and participate in this war game, man. It's called entering the theater of war, and they're gonna have to, because that's what's happening. Sides are being chosen, man. The bricks and stuff is just a tip of the iceberg, man.
You see these little clips and people saying, well, why don't Trump send off Barron?
His damn son.
Yeah, send off his damn. Why don't Benjamin not a huge. Yeah.
But that's true, because in the ancient world, you think about King David. If you're gonna wage a war, you're supposed to be on the front lines, man.
That's right.
Because again, a lot of these politicians, it's easy to start a war.
Mm-hmm.
You can just, again, these campaigns, these propaganda machines and media and stuff like that. All you gotta do is say a few words, and now people are going to war, man.
Yep.
But now, again, what's happening is the public, they're figuring out, hey, again, the people who rule us, they're hypocrites, man.
Mm-hmm.
They want us to do A, B, and C, but what are they doing, man? Again, the Epstein stuff is just a scratch of the surface, man. But it's enough for people to finally start getting realization that, hey, your government, I think it's a quote, the worst government is the one closest to you. So again, you think that your rulers, your presidents, your governors, your mayors, you're waiting for them to do something for you. You find out they can't do a damn thing, man. Because all they're doing is fulfilling the status quo of their position, man. Their careers, they don't care about the people. They want to get their check just like you do. You can go home and eat chicken and watch. But that's all you had.
Yeah, I had I can bring it out.
Okay.
This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that blew up the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
Yep.
And I have created the waster to destroy.
Yep. Because again, go to the proverb about the axe. Axe can't boast of itself. It's
right.
He who yields it. I think that's in Jeremiah. Same with the hammer. So the Lord put the inspiration on men to make weapons of mass destruction. Where does that come from? That comes from on high, man. When you get inspired, you go into the word demon. It ultimately goes into influence, intelligence. So on the left-hand side, you go into this this math that goes behind sending rocket projectiles. That's crazy, man. It's called rocket science.
Yep.
You know, when you see that, this is the ancient world, not the ancient world, but go back to the 40s and 50s,
Yeah.
and they had the chalkboard and niggas writing a crazy equation.
Oh, it's ancient. You know, you see those little videos that, when were you born?
Right,
You know,
right.
I was born in 1990. Oh, you're a dinosaur.
Exactly. That's true. That's funny too. I see some
Yeah.
like, bring up some shit that when you was younger, now to the kids that are young.
Yeah.
That's like, what the fuck you talking about? They say you talk about T-Mac or something. It's straight to the radio.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody,
Oh, okay.
hey, somebody tried to sell me a CD the other day.
Oh man.
You know how you be making
Yeah,
albums and shit,
yeah.
trying to sell me a CD.
Somebody's got to jail.
In my head, in my head, I wanted to be like, yo, bro, like it's 2026. Like you trying to sell CDs, like that shit ain't happening. These cars don't even got CD. A lot of these cars don't even got CD players no more.
Nah.
It's going back to the point, man, about, again, the Lord created the smith that blows the coal to fire.
Yep.
You got something?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, and verse 16, and it reads, "Behold, I have created the spirit.
That's the spirit.
Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire."
So going to, what's it called? Nature world.
The blacksmith.
Blacksmith. And modern day blacksmiths, again, is they go into these companies, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, all these military contractors, those are smiths. They create weapons of war, man.
God added too. It was very strategic of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to split those scientists up after World War II.
Yeah.
To go to the two superpowers.
It's true.
Start the Cold War, you know.
Exactly.
Teamanites.
Yeah, the Teamanites.
It's all about wisdom. You know, and that goes into the Revelations about he calls us call fire from heaven, man. That's one of his left-hand miracles. That's how you know who we're talking about. Steve, Esau.
Yep.
Only he had to probably do that. Who's the only person on the planet that dropped nuclear bombs on somebody?
Batman Little Boy. You know, that's what made the nations shook up until this very day.
Exactly.
You know?
And that shows you how far advanced the Lord had Esau going to America, Germany, and that, you know, ultimately the Western nations.
Yeah.
Seven hands of their lords, how far ahead of they were around the period of the nation, man. That was, what, 60, 70 years ago, 80 years ago? Man, that's a long time ago, man. But they had these weapons.
Right.
So now look at the nations around the world now. Look at Iran. Iran is defending itself against, you know, the small hats in Esau, man. The greatest military on the planet, man. They thought it was gonna be a walk. Exactly, thought it was gonna be a walk through.
They holding it down too.
They holding it down. Exactly. They Trump talking about peace. They want peace. You open the box of Pandora. Did you finish it? Go ahead.
Isaiah 54 and 16. "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy."
So the Lord created the instrument. Like you read Proverbs 16:4, the Lord made all things for himself, even the wicked for their day of evil. Everything's all for the Lord's pleasure. We say again, what is the practical reason why man has weapons of mass destruction? What makes sense to have those things? There's no point.
Right.
Because for the longest, it was just used as a political deterrent. You know, hey, this country got nuclear missiles, we probably shouldn't wage war with them. There's no benefit.
Likewise.
But again, that the thing that the Lord's doing is he's pushing everybody to have to use his weapons against each other. He was never probably intended to be used, man. Just again to scare people, like Brother said, man. But now look, there's no other option on the table. We're gonna keep letting Esau, the West pushing around. We got some hot shit too, man. I was gonna say that the weak say I'm strong. You got that well before I get back. Yeah, that is verse 9. But where do we start? You got something?
Ezekiel 21.
Great. The verses. That's very cool.
Oh yeah, what I quoted earlier. Yeah.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21 and verse 10.
What 9?
Verse 9.
Yeah.
It says, "Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, say, a sword, and a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter, it is furbished that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, and he hath given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished, to give it into the hand of the slayer. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people.
Now, slow down a little bit, because this is going to Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar's being raised up to come against the southern kingdom, right? And the Lord called him a sword, right? And what is Esau considered? Psalm 17. The sword of the Lord is Esau, the wicked, man. So going to it being handled, meaning it's going to be used. These weapons aren't just here to sit in a museum and say, yeah, we made nuclear bombs in 2020, whatever. We never use it. Thank God we never, nah, man. They're going to be used. The dust going to be blown off all the missiles, man. And it's going to say, Jeremiah 50, spare no arrows.
Right.
That means no missiles are going to be left. That means everybody's going to use what they have, man. And again, being furbished, meaning it's perfected, it's being sharpened. As the technology grows, man, these missiles get more precise. The accuracy of them becomes more tighter and tighter. The bullseye, so to say, man. They can hit targets with a smaller region of error. So it's easy to set and forget, man. Why? Because it's all the will of Yahweh Shem Shad. He says,
All right.
hey, man, you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
Keep doing this stuff. I don't think we're some bad African niggas. That's not who we are.
Nah.
But you'd be surprised when people watch.
Yeah, ain't no Africans on the street corners.
Yeah, ain't no African. Ain't no blue scratch of mummy African.
You won't be dipping their hand in the...
Yeah.
What is they doing, man? Got a baby monkey in the pot.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yep. But again, the beautiful thing is everything that's happened is to forward the Lord's agenda, man. Because again, this is a sign that Esau is going down. Why would you create a weapon that's going to destroy you?
Right.
It don't make no sense. Because he's an unjust ruler, man. He's a demon, man. And he got to go. He's done.
Ezekiel 21:12. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people.
Terrors by reason of the sword, because that's the only time Jake pays attention. Someone
Exactly.
with a gun out. Oh shit, he got a gun.
Yep.
Yeah, and everybody starts So that's how it is with E, man. Y'all think Esau is the cool guy. He evolved. He loves you now. He's cool. That was the old days. He don't want to hang you.
Right.
He don't want to hang you. He don't want to delete you.
Oh, he evolved more in wickedness.
Exactly. He's more subtle. Because that's how Pharaoh was in the ancient world. He said we got to deal with them wisely.
Wisely, yep.
Because again, the least they join our enemies in revolt. With all that's coming out, on the media, and that's just again, it's a little bit, a tidbit of what's going on. That's enough for the people of this so-called country to revolt, man.
Yep.
But why? Because hey, it's enchantments, man. Especially upon our people. They're still in La La Land, man. They're still worried about the new PlayStation, worried about GTA 6, whatever the fuck else Jake be worried about.
I seen something. They said that the reason they got all this going on is because they didn't want us to play GTA 6.
You got spring break going on too.
Spring break.
Yeah.
Yep. And that goes into the day the Lord coming as a thief in the night. Any moment, man.
Yeah.
This so-called country is a button push away from being destroyed. Right. Literally.
I mean, you might get the same thing. Look at
That ugly ass skirt,
Yeah.
that uncomfortable skirt.
yeah. I give it right back to him. Yeah.
That's the dude from,
Huh?
that's the dude from over there.
What dude from over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never been in there. I'm finished.
Ezekiel 21 and verse 12 at the bottom. It says, terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh.
Same thing happened back then, so it happened again, man. Those are people that are complacent, at ease, because again, in the ancient world, Jake was straight, man. Remember, we was coming out of rulership. King David, King Solomon. Kingdom split, but we were still rich, man. Northern Southern Kingdom, that was good, man. There was kings, lineage of kings, man.
Wax fat and kick.
Wax fat and kick, man.
Yep.
So the Lord raised up Nebuchadnezzar, especially Judah, because Judah was still in Jerusalem. Israel got kicked out for the most part. The Syrians grabbed them up.
Yep.
They got sent to captivity. But Judah was still in Jerusalem. Jeremiah's prophesying on to Judah, the southern kingdom, for the most part, that hey, there's a kingdom coming that's going to do you dirty, man.
Yep.
Nebuchadnezzar, man. And them, Jake said. Jake didn't want to believe it.
Right.
He said we got the temple.
Yeah.
What did the Lord do with the temple? He burnt.
Smash that shit.
And remember, who helped Nebuchadnezzar burn the temple? It was really Esau. Esau burned the temple. Esau burned the temple. When you see erase it, burn it,
Yep.
it's burning, that was
Foundation.
Esau. You read about that in the book of the Apocrypha, that Esau helped the Babylonians, man, to forward the affliction. So what's Esau gonna do now, man? In his losing kingdom.
That's right. That Ezekiel 35, that perpetual hatred, that
Exactly.
ongoing.
Exactly.
He won't bullshit when Isaac passed. Esau won't bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
He kept that same energy, could Jake say?
Yeah. That's about the
Now you got it.
that's about the only thing he kept his fucking word on.
Right. The hatred he had.
Mm-hmm.
You got something for you?
Yeah, this is Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
Yeah, so that's going to the ultimate plague. These missiles, man.
Terminator 2 effect.
Yeah. Thermonuclear missiles. Crazy technology, man. Gonna be used on you like an experiment. This is the Lord's experiment, man. No one knows what these missiles gonna do besides Yahweh Shai. And it's not good for you. It's not. It is real organic though. It's good for your soul, man.
You can see.
Breathing, it's gonna
That's
burn you like a piece of tissue.
The elements go melt.
Yeah.
Fervent heat.
I was just thinking, you can see people like, oh, willing to be part of that number, one of them ships. You gonna see people committing still wicked acts, being sodomites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doing all type of wickedness on the earth when the missiles are touching down, man.
Oh, yeah.
Messing with little children.
Yep.
You know?
As the days of Noah.
Yep.
As the days of Noah. That's
Popping
how-
animals.
Yep. That's how it's gonna play out. Yep.
I got some. It says, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Verse 13, it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor.
Yeah. So it's going to division. You know, people fighting against each other. Because why? Great tribulation. That's the second and 15th chapter. But then going to that plague, you know, this is the second death. As you know, mentioned days of Noah, this is the days that the Lord prophesied that it's gonna be like Sodom and Gomorrah. Where again, those inhabitants that, especially here in so-called America, because lake of fire is gonna be so-called America. That's biblical prophecy. You know, what's gonna do that is these missiles. There's no other technology that will fulfill that prophecy. You know, so again, that's why these things are happening. Because we have to go to the book, man. Just say, blessed is he that readeth. Right? So here it is, all this stuff is happening around the world. People still without a clue what's happening, man.
It ain't no meteorite shower or no solar flare. That lake of fire and that second death will come from the nuclear destruction. And if you got eyes to see, it ain't hard to see. I mean, they've been perfecting these weapons of mass destruction for decades now.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
Who's the hammer of the earth? Esau, Edom. Starting with the small hats, tiny tops. You know, how they broken? Because the Lord's breaking them down, man. He's being corrupted and really corroded. He's losing his strength. That right hand don't have the same power in the 12th round, man. And again, Esau is finding out the hard way, man. That's why he's panicking. He's trying to squeeze that timeline. Operation Warp Speed, Epic Fury. You know, what's up with that, man?
Yeah.
Because again, he's running out of time, man. And again, when he gets these councils and he gets these insights and numbers and consensus on what's happening around the world, it's a bad report. It's like, yo, it's not looking good, man.
Right.
So what does he say? Okay, let me cause more chaos and confusion. Because that's how he plays. It's not a gentleman's game with Esau. It's not fair. You know, your best man, let the best man win type shit. He don't move like that,
They don't
man.
move like that.
He gonna that's why we know what's on the menu is false flags, black swans, all that stuff, because that's how he operates, man. He's gonna have something happen here in so-called America that's gonna justify what he's about to do, man. Because as you see, no one agrees with him.
Think about it.
At a point in time, anytime Esau spoke, niggas was attentive, neck stiff, especially at the UN meetings, all these G7 summits. When Esau spoke, everybody puckered up, they sat straight, taking real good notes. Now when Esau talk, they roll their eyes, they lean back in the chair, them Hamite nations, them this nigga, you know? Mr. Not a Jew.
Right.
So that's that stench coming up, man. He's stinking up the field, man.
Yeah, you know, our restoration is happening right before their very eyes.
That's a balance.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, the Lord said these things gonna happen. And these higher up elites, they know it. You know, they're a bunch of devils. You know, these speaking of man, they do believe because they're preparing for it. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't believe it wasn't the word, they wouldn't give a shit.
Right.
You know?
That is true. His reaction tells you that we do have the truth, man. Him trying to cut off our videos and blacklist us.
Yeah.
You know, what he's getting ready to do is persecute us, slander campaigns. Because a lie, you have to know the truth, man.
Exactly.
You know, he's a deceiver. To deceive, you have to know the truth. So Esau knows the truth. These elites, they have everything in their grasp, man. Information, artifacts, history.
Yep.
Historians, technology. They know what's going on, man.
They got the resources.
Loud, man.
Yep. So again, they know, hey, what is being said is true, man. So that's why, was it Revelation? Their dead bodies.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. It says, you can read it real quick. The point I want is they stood up, wait for you, but they stood up, they fell upon them. Revelation 11.
This is I started yep. Revelation 11:8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
Yep, it's more specifically talking about here in so-called America. As we've been scattered on the four corners of the earth, but this is more so talking about so-called America, because this is where we've been woken up to the truth. Where it started in New York.
Yep, it says Revelation 11:8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spirit and is not Vatican. Right. It says, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Yep. Also where our Lord was crucified, meaning, you know, every day, because it's a land of sin, man.
Yep.
You crucify the Lord afresh by, again, the stuff you do on this earth, man. Again, it was perpetuating that land of sin, man. Right? And again, going to the wit of our people, they participate. They playing tag team. Like WWE. They coming off the ropes.
Right.
With wickedness, man. With the elbow coming down. So what's the Lord going to do, man? He's going to get that belt. But again, going to the point about how, hey, great fear fell upon them because why? They know we have the truth, man. They hid it. But they tried to. They try to block the light. But they call themselves the illuminated ones. They not. These are a black hole, man.
Right.
That's darkness itself, man. And light got through, man. Because by the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man, has been upon his servants.
Yeah, you made me think about, I was reading, it said, well, also our Lord was crucified, you know, right here, you know?
Yeah.
And it also started with an ancient world. Well, I ain't gonna say ancient, but, you know, I thought about First Maccabees, 3rd chapter. They laid open the book of the law and painted the likeness of their images, you know? But I had a precept. This is, going back to the Revelation 11, where we at? This is Ezekiel chapter 37. It says, short to the point. Well, I'll read 30 at the top. It says, going back quick. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said to me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
Yep, that's what happened. We got prophesied on. Jake been rapping and tapping, doing all type of entertainment, you know, marching, you know, MLK and Malcolm X and all that BS. Yep.
You know, Rodney King riots.
Right? That didn't wake us. That didn't wake us up. You know, it was speaking of our Apostle Nails on down. It started with Elder Albert Bivens, man. Which if you can receive the Spirit is Elijah coming back, not a Baptist.
Right. You know, it wasn't the right thing to wake us up. You know, you ever see those clips of my woman was sleeping or anything? Was up my phone, ding, that bitch wake the fuck up.
Right.
You know, that's what it is when it's true. You know, the elect will wake up with that, with this message, man.
If you can get that Revelation 11, get up verse 11.
Yeah, the right verse 11. Yep. I was still holding it.
Yeah, because I go right with it.
Yep. It's
You're going to dry bones. Bones are dry because when that's where blood comes from. Bone marrow. That's where blood produced. So ultimately, the blood of Yahushua, the sacrifice had to come, right? The seals being loosed, Revelation 5th chapter, and then that's how life came on to us, man. The Lord said, "The Comforter shall come." But go ahead.
He was dead for a long time, man.
That's what I'm saying. Real dead. Dry.
Yeah. Yeah, Revelation 11 and 9. He said, oh, you want straight to 11?
If you want to read down, but yeah, the point's 11.
Yeah. Yep. I'll read on down. It says, and verse 9, and they of the people and the kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
Yep, which is around 350 years.
Yep.
You know, so meaning we weren't suffering, be put in graves, meaning we're alive, we were spiritually dead.
Yep.
You know, they didn't tell us we were. They didn't say, hey, you know, brother, you know, you're actually the son of God, man. You're the prince of the power. You shouldn't be doing this.
Right.
You know, telling who Esau was, which that's how you know it's prophecy too, because the man sin had to be revealed. You know, the man sin didn't get revealed yet. As what is it? That day shall not come till the abominable way first, and the man sin being revealed. So it's accumulation of events, man, going into prophecy.
Yep. Revelation, maybe we'll go away with this scripture. Revelation 11 and 10. And they shall dwell upon the earth. It says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry and shall.
Yep, that's a good point. They were happy.
Yep.
Right? Because that Lamentations as well.
Yep.
They rejoiced. They gave gifts. It was like a celebration, like they won a championship.
Them those postcards.
And the postcards.
Yep.
And that's all the nations they participated, man.
Jake Rod is a trophy slocky, man.
That's it, man. That's it. Nobody cried and whoop and hollered when we was catching hell.
Right.
But now y'all catching hell and y'all want sympathy from us, man.
Yeah.
Because the white man is doing y'all dirty. Hey, man, get in line.
Right.
Yeah, I seen a video. It was a Jake. He said they always want to ask us how somebody else feel, but don't nobody want to ask the other people how we feel or what we going through or our lives lost. No, we want to be asked about Palestine. We want to be asked about Israel. You know, but don't nobody ask Palestine or Israel or Ukraine how the so-called black people in America feel.
And we get it.
Exactly. It's a curse. No man shall buy it. You don't expect it to.
Yeah.
But you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay.
But you know, but when you look, I know brothers in drove past and they be on the bridge holding the signs. They say it be Jake. It be Judah and like Ephraim and shit like that holding signs, protesting.
Yeah, Jake be all in the Palestinian.
Yeah, we all in the all up in the Palestinian.
They want that pussy.
Jake,
He want that Palestinian pussy.
Jake wanna be a part of something.
Yeah.
Like,
Motherfuckers fine though.
yeah, they be fine, but Jake, man, Jake down for everything but his own.
Yeah. Think about it. It's Revelation 11 and 10. It says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry and shall send gifts to one another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth.
Which is the northern and southern kingdom. Right? More so going into Joshua and
Caleb. Caleb.
Joshua and Caleb.
No.
It was,
Joshua
and Zerubbabel.
Zerubbabel.
Yep. Because again, when the prophets, first off, when the prophets are prophesying, that's how you know destruction's coming. But also when Jacob's in power and rulership, the other nations are in slavery. They're in captivity. You know, they're losing. You know? So that's what they wanted to be freed from.
Right.
They wanted to go back and worship their idol gods. They want to go back to sacrificing children and doing all this other weirdo stuff.
Yep.
So that's what they got. You know, so when they get bombed, but they get invaded, they didn't want the world to feel sorry for them, man. Well, this is what happens when y'all wanted Jake out of rulership, man. Y'all was better when we was in rulership.
Right.
Simply put, man.
Yeah.
Read about
King David?
King
Yeah,
Solomon.
King Solomon,
You know,
yeah.
you know, King David had to put him in subjection, but he wasn't grabbing up children and raping them, man. He
Right.
wasn't taking your kids and throwing them in fires,
Right.
cross-dressing them, making them moles.
This man is putting stuff in the food to make the men feminine.
See, exactly. Gay
Even-
frogs.
yo, man.
That was years back. The frogs are gay. Let's make some frogs gay.
So imagine now. I'm perfected.
Oh
You
man.
wonder why Jake's sweet as hell out here, man. You can't go a day without seeing a GAY ass nigga.
I'm telling you.
That's a real epidemic.
Hey,
right
hey,
there.
remember they had that trend going on in Georgia? Niggas in skirts and dresses holding
Man,
holding
man,
yeah,
holding
I
their
remember that.
pistols,
Yeah.
while holding their pistols.
Yeah. They call it fashion.
Steel structure.
That shit was on Boondock before it even happened.
See? That's funny too, because some of the shit the Boondocks,
It's like they look like the Simpsons.
well, that's why they cut that shit. They cut the Boondocks. There's too much coming out.
Yeah.
But that's like you finish up.
Con. Finish out Revelation 11. It says, verse 11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them.
Yep, the spirit of life entered into us. Not by no 501c3,
Right.
not by doing deals with the enemy, peace treaties, trimming our way to seek love. No, the Lord, inspired us to wake up, man. Because again, you didn't go to school to learn this.
Right.
You wasn't in class with your paper and your pencil writing about back when we was Canes. You was learning about
Canes.
Theodore Roosevelt.
All right. That nigga.
You learned about the Indian killer,
Right.
Andrew Jackson. You was learning about Esau's history, man.
Right.
Which, stuff you learn in school. Most of it was a lie anyways, man.
Yep. Yep. I got a freestyle for this. It's Revelation 11 and 12, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Yep. So those that noticed that we woke up, because Jake, the wicked of our people, they don't think this is a big thing.
Right.
But the elites, they know this is a bad deal, man. Especially when you see any type of unity. Why do you think the police, just how they operate when they see Jake gathered together, they want to, which most times Jake be bullshit. That's why it's called, you see them signs on the wall, the gas station with no soliciting.
Yeah, no soliciting.
Because they know there's
Loitering.
no loitering. Yeah, loitering. Yeah. But because why? Because when men are together, that's a scary, especially when Jake is together, man.
Yeah.
That's a scary thing, man. Because there's a thing called power in numbers, man.
Peacefully. They like it when we're, shooting each other down and
That's
group,
easy. When we turn to our power, the nations, they hate them because they know why. The Lord's going to intervene, man. This is not a surprise. Again, you read the scriptures, the nations knew that we went down and out. We're sitting against our power. We're done. When we turn back to him and we cry out to him, it's game, man. It's game over for him.
That's right.
Yeah, they about to get supercharged.
They about to get superpowers. Why you laughing?
Yep.
Why y'all laughing at us? Because our faith, man. At least they know that men gonna have powers, man. That's why they make movies.
Yep.
And they want to do everything they can to stop it. But they can't.
Can't.
They can't.
Yeah, that's why the devil gonna pay, man. Because as by mouth of people right? Lord of the Kingdom comes over. First thing Blanco tells them, stay away from the Morenos.
Right.
Stay away from those Negroes. You gotta watch them, keep an eye on them. They'll rob you. They'll do this. They'll do that. And a lot of part of it is true.
Part of it's true. Small percentage though.
Yeah,
But that's true. That's a good point. That's divide and conquer.
exactly.
Because when you watch the news, you see Jake being YNs and stealing and robbing. That's still only a small minority. You would think that's every nigga on the planet.
Yeah.
And that's how the world thinks of Jake.
Yep.
When they go to the country, you watch, certain Jake that's passport bros. The people of all these other countries, they have a misconception about Jake because
Yep.
what they're learning about you is from who? From
Yep.
Esau, man, and them small hats.
Yeah.
But when they find out you cool,
Yep.
Jake's smooth right now, which again, the catch is now these other nations, they want to get with the Jake thing.
Yep.
because they thought they were scared. They look on the TV and say, these, like, Chinaman, what he told his daughter, don't get with a nigga, he's cheap, he don't take care of the children.
Disgrace.
He's a disgrace. He's black.
Your mother should have never had you.
Right. And now what they do, they stepping out, man.
Come to find out, Jake not so bad.
See, that's the point. So what they was told is a lie, man. Because you only lie for so long, man. Until the truth come out, man. That's what's happening, man. Power is coming back to the Israelite man.
Yep.
And that's what these elites, they hate.
Done.
Because you know why? That means they got to pay up. The Lord's men of justice. We're not no lay downs and cowards. We're going to say, we're going to go to the book. We're going to open up the book.
Yep.
Eye for eye, tooth for tooth.
That's right.
No mercy to the wicked.
You that old. Hey, you on a...
Yeah.
Leave it to the YNs, man.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Hey, our OGs, that's what I would say. Our OGs failed us.
Yeah.
Our OGs failed us, man.
Hey, he never got a chance to get the fight. He
Yeah,
can afford
that's
it
true.
now.
That's true.
He's older now. Yeah, he's still a kid.
Yep.
Afford it now.
We all got moments. We got kids.
Of course.
We're getting the game, and you on that bitch.
Yeah.
Man, whatever, Jake.
Yeah.
We never answered. This is the point.
Right.
When you get to that old, you must be instructing the young men. Be righteous. You talking about these niggas crazy. You,
Yeah.
yeah, these niggas tripping. You really and shit. You 50 years old. Sit your
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Damn.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Uncle on the grill with them slippers and that.
Oh yeah. Them leathers. Oh, ain't no pork in that
Socks all the way
bitch.
to the knee.
Oh yeah. You know, he got the elbow ash. You know he throwing that.
Exactly. Man, I got a precept for that Revelation 11. I'm gonna read that part again. And I'm gonna grab the precept, Baba Kishah. Revelation 11 and 12. It's like 11. In 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they looked for.
So it's impossible. How is these so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans still here? How do they survive? You know, the eugenics and the experiments. You know, the social programs and the things that are set against Jake as soon as he's born, man.
Yeah.
And Jake's still here, man, because all the will of Yahweh Bashim Shad, man. And not only that, we're here, right? You have men that are in the fold, man, standing for truth, saying enough is enough, man. Not gonna go along to get along, prolong the status quo, just get a job, get a house, have a family, die. No, man.
Right.
We want back what's ours, man.
That's it. Y'all remember that video of the name of the Lord not in the DNA, in the body?
They call it the God gene,
The
right?
God gene, yeah. You know, it was broken down like, I believe it was Yahweh.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I can't find that video. You know?
I think the Negro from Charlotte.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. And it made me think about that because all the stuff that this devil has done, he has to believe.
That's the point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing all this to these people, and they're still overcoming.
That's true. That's true.
And Esau Edom creates a lot too. So you got to think if I could create this.
Oh, we are playing one. Yeah, we played them earlier.
If I could,
Focus, brother.
yeah, I remember that. If I could create this and do this, that, and the third, if I could split the atom, if I could create a weapon of mass destruction, if I could gene splice and create new mutated creatures and this, that, and the third, Esau Edom know there's a God.
Yeah.
He know he has a creator. You know?
Now you want to take Jake Parks? Yeah, put him in the sun.
Yeah, that's why that's why he want our blood, our melanin, our organs,
Our rods.
our rods.
Like, you see him getting ready to get down with a girl on them islands. He pull out Jake Rod. She's like, what the hell? You pink. You know what I'm saying? But finishing out, back in Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 3, it said, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had some time of derision and the proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh, and his lot is among the saints?
Yeah, we will be the last person that people on earth will consider that we be the children of the Lord. Even our own people. That's Isaiah the 1st chapter.
Yeah.
Now, people don't consider. They don't even consider. All the great things Jake can do. That it stops with again Jake dunking a basketball, what they call black nationalism. Oh man. Our legacy goes back to again, the man of the scriptures, man, the man of the book. Our history goes way back, man.
Yeah.
Because again, Jacob only taught about post-slavery. You got over here, you was booty scratching from Africa. We saved you and we made you civilized. No, man, that's not true. Again, we didn't find that out from you. We did our own digging, man. And to come to find out, like the brothers get into about the point he saw all the stuff he's doing, he has to believe. Well, this is your research, man. Isaac Newlands had a quote. He said, the more, if I can find it real quick, the more I study science, I think, he said, the more I study science, the more I believe in God. Because they can go deep, man. They can go with microscopes and see the structures and systems. And you're like, this is divine, man. I can't scratch the surface of what I'm seeing and dealing with, man. I can just imitate. That's like the brother was saying. The best I can do is imitate. But what Esau's doing, all he's doing is taking what the Lord already created and making something out of it. The elements, bombs, this technology, silicone, plastic, these chips. It's all the Lord's technology, man. But he don't want to give him credit. He want to say, I'm God. I did this. He's an imposter, man.
I don't know if bros made a commercial back in I think it was the 90s. It was a Michael Jordan commercial. But sometimes I dream that he is me. I want
commercial?
Huh?
Yeah, he was on Haynes commercial.
I think it was a Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Yeah. But that's Esau, man.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, bro.
Come on, bro. I want to be like Mike. Oh, be like Mike. That's Esau. Spiritually, he wants to be like us.
That's true. Like going back to the point of his birthright. That's why he wept, because he knew it was true.
Yep.
He like, fuck.
Yep.
He got the blessing. That's why he cried.
Yeah.
He knew it was true. He knew Jacob was going to be blessed.
It's gonna be interesting. It's like, damn, who is Esau on this side? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting the kingdom, Lord willing, find out. Yeah. I always think like when he was doing it, well, he probably didn't have that texture hair back then, but white boys get mad like, gosh, they put their fingers.
Come on, bro. You know them
Yeah.
Who knows, man?
Yeah.
Let's see it. We'll have a little house man, a little playback. Run it back like sports center.
Yeah, exactly.
We can only imagine at this point. So when we're gonna know fully, man. We know all the details, all the breakdowns, the symbolisms.
Yep.
We just know what we know for salvation's
Oh
sake.
damn, we don't need that many brothers.
Sure.
Brothers want to drink before you fill out.
Yeah, hold on. Get my 50.
Yeah, I still got it.
And that's the thing, man. This man knows the elites of these Edomites. They know the blessing is coming to us, man. Press one. I was. Yeah.
Give me that watermelon. That's right.
Appreciate you.
You sure you on them?
Yeah, I'm gonna take another one.
This is Jeremiah 50.
The water, bro.
And I'll go back to 23. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Yep. And how? Because again, going to this guy was unbeatable.
Yep.
He was a juggernaut. Esau was souped up. Again, going back to Pharaoh and his army, the peak of his power, he wouldn't dare challenge him, man. He wouldn't utter any type of negativity back, man. He wouldn't even murmur. He was so scared, man. That the Egyptian gods would hear you and tell Pharaoh that he was talking shit.
Right.
Go on, bro. And these other nations, again, they're lifting up the tongue against Esau. According to Obadiah, he's being made small among the heathen.
Yep.
He's not that important no more, man.
Fuck it. Let me cut you off.
No, you good, bro.
It was a short I threw up, and I told brothers about it before. It was the Asian popped the balloon, and Esau came up, red hair, you know, pale as hell, and she was like, yeah, you know, your people just not in anymore.
Yeah,
They're not in. You know.
The season of he is done.
Yep.
In Jeremiah 50 and 24, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken.
Yep. The Lord set up the trap, man. Because Esau, he can't stop himself, man. Because again, as Esau's a cunning hunter, hey, the Lord's a man of war. He's a cunning hunter too. He knows what Esau wants, man. Esau wants world dominance perpetually. That's why he's going around fulfilling his NWO agenda, man. Where else does he have an NWO agenda? Aren't you in power? Ain't you in power, Esau? Why do you need a new world order?
Right.
What's up with that? Ain't you in power?
Right. And we already under your order.
Ain't we under your order? Don't we try to follow your laws? You know? So what's going on? Well, because he knows he's on a time limit, man. But he's not gonna go on the TV and tell you. You're not gonna hear creepy Rothschild, all nasty looking and crinkly. Talking about you're the children. No, man.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
if you notice, that's why their names is Jacob, David. Because they want to be us so bad, man. But they can't. Once again, Esau's being exposed and found out. That's how you know judgment's coming. Because before judgment is exposure. He's on trial. The whole world is watching you, Esau.
Yep.
His nakedness is being revealed. As the scripture said it would, you know. His nakedness being revealed, his schemes, his plans, his playbook.
They're on the same
play.
Running back sweep, but they're out there every fucking time. They're on a two-man game, pick and roll. He's always doing the same shit. They got bombs, they might have, possibly could have some shit that we gotta deal with.
Yep.
And that's a justification. Off a hunch. I think they got some shit.
Yeah, I think.
They possibly could maybe sort of have some shit that they don't have it, man.
Or even with this whole Iran such situation. Let's bomb them and attack them and start a fight with them before they could create nukes. Before they create nuclear bombs.
Right, that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing. Yeah.
Because if they had nukes, you wouldn't push them around like this.
Exactly.
You wouldn't push a nigga around there, you know he got some shit that's gonna put you to sleep.
Yeah, right.
You gonna grab, he got a whole shotgun, he gonna try to grab the gun.
Right.
He gonna blow you away, man.
Whole time. Yeah. So Esau, he go, now let's fuck them up before they get a chance to do it. But now, for a fact, now when they do get the chance to do it, guess who will be the first person they go point them at?
It's already set.
Yes, it's already set.
Because Iran's strategy was, all right, we'll play the good guy. We won't do it. And they didn't. Iran don't have them. But they're going to. And maybe that's some Esau trying to do some Jedi mind trick, you know, to make them do it so they can actually do some shit. Who knows, man? But it's not going to end well. Because when one goes, they all go.
Right.
Remember what the Small Hats had? It's called the, what is it called? The Samson something.
It's a part of their law, like they fail.
Yeah, everybody's done it.
Ain't nobody
It's
getting
called
sick.
the Samson initiative. When you think about what happened with Samson, he killed everybody.
Everybody down.
He said, nigga, if I'm dead, fuck that.
I'm dead, everybody.
Everybody going. Lord, one more time. Let me get these Philistines.
That's Israel. Yeah,
That's where Israel's at right now. That's not, there's more fruit than the least of life shall brought them out. Because that's their philosophy. Everything going.
Israel said they fail, they shoot every missile they got.
Yeah, everything. So best
Nobody
believe,
will have shit.
Exactly. Best believe one's pointed at America. So here you go with prophecy coming into play, man.
Yep.
Y'all want to defeat, because this is America's fault. Y'all fed this, starting with England. Y'all made this creation. Y'all created Israel. And y'all funded them. Y'all gave them tanks and bombs and shit they shouldn't have, man. And now again, the world is like, yo, this is y'all this is y'all problem, man.
Right.
Go ahead,
It's like, yo, like, I was watching a little documentary. They were brought in on planes.
Yeah.
You know, in 1947.
Yes.
You know,
Literally planted their plants.
plants.
Because they got kicked out of every other country they lived at.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the smart hats.
They're showing commercials. Come on, send the people back to their home.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, it's coming. The Lord got something.
But then you got Huckabee saying, well, they've been in this place for years.
Yeah, they claim they've been in 1,000 years. How dare you, man?
He just looked racist. You know what I'm saying? Slocky, man.
It's just facts, man. And again, it's only a matter of time, man. Again, in the age we're in right now, the information velocity, how quick things spread nowadays, man. You can't hide shit from nothing, man.
But that's one thing they wish they never gave to the people. The
You're right.
internet.
The internet.
Yep.
Which that's another talking point too. They might do away with the internet, man.
Yep.
There's already talks about it. They might get rid of the internet. It's gonna be a whole other thing, man. But this is where this MOTP system ties into play, man. In order for you to segue, the internet now is gonna be considered the dark web soon, man.
Yep.
Watch, man.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you go be connected to it, you literally gonna have to be connected to it.
Exactly.
Like
MOTP
literally,
shit. Yeah.
literally.
Go ahead.
It says, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
What's caught in the trap? And the cheese. Esau can't resist himself, man. You know, it's like a dog. You lay some food in front of him, he can only hold back so long. He's gonna start sweating, start panting, drooling. He gonna eat it, man. You're gonna turn around, nigga gonna grab the food on the ground. That's Esau, man.
Yep.
You know, what's that? The shit he doing on earth is wickedness. Going into other people's business, trying to, set up his whole democracy and philosophy bullshit,
Yep.
man. Nobody wants your cup no more. No one wants your juice. We don't want it, man. That's what these nations are saying, man.
Yep.
And again, and now, at one point in time, being an American was a prestigious thing around the world. You're an American, you got an American passport, you was royalty.
Yep.
Now they're saying get out of our country, man. If you're an American, you better talk to somebody.
Yep.
You better call a DJ. Because this is the consequence, and that's a lot of that's happening. Because Esau, he'll try to pretend like he's a super mastermind. What's happened is it's the law of unintended consequences, right? So starting with the oppression of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, an unintended consequence is the wrath of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You didn't start short-sighted. You had a short time window. That's how you know. Again, Esau's not set the rule. He always thinks in short time frames. He's short-sighted. You don't take heed to instruction. You don't think of the consequences.
Yep.
He just doubles down on what he's been doing because he's a proud man. But eventually you're gonna run out of moves, man. That's how war is. That's who loses is the one with the least amount of moves, man. Esau only has one move left, and it's to push the button on his NWO agenda, man. And that's gonna what? Bring in the wrath of Yahweh Shoshan. You know, so Esau can all he wants. You know, it goes with this Iran stuff. It intensifies. You know, and escalates Lord's will.
Yep.
But if it dies down, we know what's going on. That bitter taste, because there's a talking point too about which we'll read next verse about the Iranians, the younger generation, man. You know, the so-called millennials. They want to why the old heads saying fuck America.
Yep.
Like America is cool. You know. Well, now they get a first-hand experience of why their fathers and their grandparents and their grandmothers said to hell with so-called American Israel, man. Because this is how they play ball, man. Again, Esau's track record in history, man. All the stuff and all these enemies, that's happened to too. You don't think nobody has something bad to say about you?
Right.
What you did to the Native Americans, what you did to Jake, the Latino tribes, the earth, nigga is killing whales, dolphins, bees, nigga.
Yeah.
Right, bees.
You're making bees go extinct. You don't like Honey Nut Cheerio?
You don't like honey?
It's true, man. That's how you know he's not meant to rule. He's like a substitute teacher. The nigga don't give a damn about them kids in there. He coming in with the headphones on.
Yep.
Hey, y'all seen? I seen a post recently. They said we coming to times where remember fireflies, the flies that light up. You don't really.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
When you was younger, you
Yeah.
seen them every year.
Thousands of them.
You know, thousands of them. Now you don't see fireflies no more. You used to see the prey mantises, see fireflies, all types of other little insects and creatures. Now you don't see them no more.
Yeah, Esau said, I need good energy. I don't need this natural light.
Yeah, he's a
You know?
He's dumb. like the natural cycles that the Lord created is for a reason. If you throw it out of whack, nigga, your kingdom gonna be destroyed.
Come on, think of a firefly. Like that's kind of a crazy creation right there.
Yeah,
A fly that blinks light.
it's chemicals.
Yeah,
It's
man.
dark. Yeah, it's supposed to be free stuff. Get still more than Jeremiah.
Yeah, verse 25. Jeremiah 50:25. The Lord has opened his armory.
Oh, like
I always think about the Kingsman
yeah, Kingsman
when he pulled, you know,
or Blade.
that one too.
You know,
Yep,
they
yep,
open up their
yep,
army.
Yep.
Yeah, man. What's my weapon of choice?
Mm-hmm.
Missiles.
Missiles.
And when the Lord pull up laser beams, man. So it's gonna be a hot summer. Or whatever.
Yep.
Because again, the Lord knows what he's doing, man.
Hot summer, and if you make it a winter, cold winter.
Cold winter. Oh yeah. Again, the consequences, man. A world war is not pretty. It's been a long time, man. You know that people, especially in the West, have seen a real war. Real war is bad. Ask the vets. They've been out there. They'll break their hand yelling, talking about we don't want to go to war.
Exactly.
Because you don't know what war is, man. Shit, we don't. But we trust the Lord, man.
Right. You know
Trust the Lord.
that one sniper dude that was in the army, Jake.
Black dude.
Yeah, had the
They
little
call him the
dreads.
Reaper.
He had like little long braids or
Yeah,
dreads.
his nickname is Reaper. I forgot.
Yeah. He was like, man, these kids, man, they don't know anything about taking a life, what it means, shooting a gun, killing people. You know?
Yeah.
Didn't he say you gotta be when you do that, you gotta prepare to like kill like pastors and shit like that.
Yeah, that's bad. That's what's coming.
They hold out in Mississippi, even a lesson about how you was going in about the TikTokers and the army.
Yeah.
But over in Korea, North Korea, they were showing them soldiers breaking glass on their arms and laying down on spikes,
Yeah, oh yeah.
doing drills and
Yeah,
shit.
getting beat
them
at the same
motherfuckers,
time.
man.
Yeah.
That's like they do.
And then then they show American, we over here twerking.
Twerking on fucking.
We over here twerking and making TikToks
Yeah, with the uniform on.
with a uniform on.
Crime
Talking
and
about
shit.
some
Damn.
they wish Iran would.
We got some more than that?
Yeah, I'll start from the top. So Jeremiah 50:25, the Lord has opened his armory and has brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
Yeah, but this is the Lord's work. This ain't us. Our imagination isn't that good, man.
Right.
You know, we can think of some shit, have dreams, some visions, but hey, the Lord is way more creative, man. And again, it's a long shot, man. What he prophesied to happen right now, man. You can't give no glory to man. This ain't no man's doing, man.
Yeah, and that was given the imagination in our minds was given us.
Ain't ours, ain't yours.
Yeah, ain't even ours.
We just doing our role, man. Blowing the trumpet. Tell him what's coming.
I got to reset this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 2 verse 5. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them.
Yep, and that's talking about the wicked of our people, man. Because as Yahushua said, a prophet's without honor except in his own house. Exactly. Yep. We're going to mostly with our people. You know, you've been warned because the Lord said, watch me. You go on the news, Fox News, whatever the hell, CNN, these articles that come out from Reuters and AP News, you know, they'll tell you what's happening, but they're not going to tell you a solution.
Right.
And a lot of times, again, the information you get is fluff because they know people's attention span. It's got a crazy, lofty title. It's all about clickbait. That's what the word incentivizes engagement, not truth. So, you know, again, these clickbait titles and articles, they're not really informing you. It's just to get your attention. If you're not going to read the article anyways, man. As far as, again, the prophets, they're here to filter, man. We'll see how long that lasts.
It's cool, man.
It's cool. Yeah, it's funny. That patriotism and all that stuff, we'll see how that plays when you got niggas coming off of airplanes.
Yeah.
USSR.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
The movie Red Dawn, remember that?
The sky is red.
A whole bunch of Chinese.
Sky is red, man. So again, that's the time we're at, man. And again, you just read it. Whether you hear or forbear, meaning you agree or you deny, man, and you ignore. You shall know what? The prophets have been among you, man, because at the end it shall speak and not lie. You thinking it's just us, we just up here talking shit, we don't got nothing better to do, man. We're here to warn. First, get the blood off our hands. Because when we teach ourselves, man. The Spirit hop on you, you do lessons, you stop it, it's like 25 minutes. That'd be the Spirit. You don't even know how long time you're beautiful going. It's the Spirit, man. You know, so again, the Spirit as a man, again, the Lord said the prophets, it's the prophesy, blow the trumpet. Herald, who's coming? The king's coming. What people doing? Tying their shoes, getting ready to go out, commit adultery. Getting they best clothes on, best suit and tie on to go to the military. Eat shrimp scampi at Olive Garden. Here it is, we're at the end of the world, man.
Right.
But yeah, it is what it is. That's all.
Yeah. It's Isaiah 55:6. It says, I mean, the whole chapter of this is good, but
We want to get it. We got time. We got time.
that ain't shit. Isaiah 55:1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to, because all these scriptures tying together.
Yeah, it's a song.
Yeah. It says, ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters.
Yep.
And he that have no money, come ye, buy, eat, and come buy wine with milk, and milk without money and without price.
Yep. Hey, we got it for cheap. You know?
Yep.
Freely we receive, freely we give, man. And again, you that thirsty, you want answers. Right? You're looking for a way out, a solution. Because again, with the stuff you get on the news and the articles and the stuff that's being bombarded on you on a daily, it makes you mad and anxious, man. You get anxiety.
Yep.
You're like reading an article about how you got metals in certain foods, like
Right.
if they say organic and you still getting salmonella. You eating spinach getting salmonella. It's like, bro.
Got blueberries killing people. I just seen some. They recalling bottled water in I forgot what state or they recalling bottles of water.
Yeah.
Blueberries killing people. Strawberries.
Everything, man. See these damn cars, all these phones, technology, all this stuff is so new. There's no science behind the
Right.
side effects of it, man.
Right.
Us even going live, we getting bombarded with radiation. Shit, we getting sick doing videos.
Yep.
You know.
You see that type of stuff, those articles, those clips, and all of a sudden, you know, your job telling you, oh, you know, you ain't gonna have a job in 30 days. You go home,
Yeah.
the woman saying, this is second time I took the trash out.
Right.
All this shit that the
Right.
men in the Lord gotta, you know, you get fucking, yo, man,
Exactly.
overwhelming. And you know, the Lord hears our cry, you know. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, it's so much shit going on, man. Like, it's affecting everybody,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Yeah, the Lord said it. Going for the elect's sake, no flesh should be saved.
Yeah,
We all be done, man. We all drop dead. The Lord drag his feet. And he don't come. Yeah. So, man, we're dead, man. We're done, man. We'll be toast. The whole earth will be crisp, be ash. A speck.
Yep.
But hey, call all y'all Bashar Shai, man. Divine intervention is coming, man.
Done.
It's all setting the stage for him to come back.
Yep.
It's obviously an impossible situation. Elias Rama said, a worst case scenario. It don't get much worse than this.
Yeah.
Shit, they in the church talking about you gonna go to hell, send me. At least I know what I'm dealing with. I'm in hell, shit hot.
Right, right.
You gonna poke me?
Fuck, we've been living it.
That's the point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the point, bro.
Didn't a Native American say something like that? He said,
Yeah, that was the Manassite.
okay.
Y'all in heaven. I ain't trying to go. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They need send me
Send
somewhere
me the
else.
other way.
Yeah, what was his name, man? I can't remember his name.
I remember you, bro. You said it's people like you there.
Yeah, he said people like you.
Oh
there.
yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Damn. Imagine that. Imagine. Think about that.
Back
Imagine,
then.
bro. Yeah, man.
How evil.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, just looking at with disgust. Look at disgust. People.
You know how Jake get when you do somebody right and they turn their back on you and fuck you over? Word, that's what we doing. Jake get pissed, yo. Probably gave him daughters. You know what I'm saying? You know how Northern Kingdom get down.
Oh, yeah.
We ready to get their daughters away to a fucking devil.
Right. To this day. Slowly but surely they learn the hard way.
Oh yeah, they learning.
Give them ice and all that. The ice shit died down a little bit.
You're right.
That they know of.
They know, we don't
Yeah.
know what's going
If
on.
you get these, yeah, because Minnesota, that shit.
Yeah.
The way they was looking like civil unrest, martial law, all of that. Then that died down quick, and then bam. Then you get hit with the Epstein list. Then you get hit with the Iran. And then shit, what's next? Let's go. We know something coming next.
False. FLAG.
And that's the thing. Esau Edom, he know how to keep the people on a roller coaster. Give them this, give them that.
Yep.
You know, next thing you know, now this actor might be in the news or this politician might be in the news. You know, everybody get their turn. Everybody go get their season.
Yep. And that's why the importance of the comforter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you got something.
Even us, even Hebrew Israelites had their moment. You know, with the you had the Drewski situation. You know, then you know you got, like I said, you know, I be seeing a lot of interviews and stuff being done. I know brothers saying that they be on, like, I think this is a Real Tune. You know them interviews, they be having rappers, and now they got Tazariak on there and some other Israelites. It's following, but you know, it's putting this out there, you know.
This is Psalms 140 and 1. It says, "Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man."
What was that? Esau. Wicked and violent man. This is what this guy does, man. He can't sit still for 2 seconds without grabbing his blessing, man. His sword. He hasn't had nobody fall or delete it. He started feeling like, I'm going off. I'm not in the spirit.
Yep.
How you feel when you ain't being locked in, you know?
Yeah.
On the right hand side. You
Hold
get-
on, man. Enough bodies been dropped.
Yeah.
What's going on? Somebody ain't doing their job.
Yeah. Verse 2.
The grave is never satisfied.
Yeah,
You know?
Just think of, that's a sick mentality to be in. You
Yeah.
have everything you can desire and you still not satisfied. That's a miserable existence.
Yeah.
That's Esau. He's miserable. The elites, they're miserable, man. They're stuck in a situation they can't get out, man. They're just playing their role, but they hate it, man.
Yep.
They hate their lives,
They
man.
literally got the beauties of this world and
Everything.
everything that it could possibly offer.
Yeah, man.
Islands, mountains.
Exactly. You have everything. You don't even have to show up, man.
Just being,
Nothing is too far from your reach.
Yeah.
You can have whatever you
just
want.
being paradise.
Because that's his blessing. He hasn't fatness the earth. But what? He has a rule by the sword. That's a terrible life, man.
Jake be happy with a bullshit piece of land. You know, you just leave him alone. He happy with that.
Yeah, a lot of that has to do with Jake not having shit either.
Yeah. It's psychological.
Yeah, it's psychological. But you see these Jakes, these entertainers that get shit, you know, what do they resort to? Trying to take themselves out of it,
Yeah.
messing with men, messing with men, women messing with women, because they don't reach the pinnacle of fucking fulfilling the flesh.
Yeah, you're right. Because
You
you
know?
think about our so-called success stories with Jake, and none of them ever end well.
Yeah,
It's like the end state is always terrible. Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Diddy's. You know, these are people that was looked up to in the so-called black community. MJ, Michael Jordan, all the MJs. Michael Jordan,
Magic Johnson. Yeah.
Michael Jackson, Magic Johnson. It's like, damn. And that's women too, man.
Yeah.
Erica Badu,
Happily ever after.
this bitch is crazy.
They said she about to be out of here.
Probably.
She was, y'all see what? She was predicting her deletion.
Damn.
Yeah, she was like, I can't hold it off. It was some end up going into it.
I'm not saying she a witch. She probably called it upon herself.
Selling vagina perfume and shit.
Yeah. It's all done, man. But again, you see the people of our so-called nation that make it, they all through, man.
Yeah.
Kids is moles, think about Sade, or all the kids, all niggas got kids, they all bugged out. Or getting killed. What's his name? Lil Jon.
dude,
man.
Random as fuck.
Five.
Yeah. Lil Jon's son got found in a river or some
Yeah.
shit. What the fuck?
Now he's on tour.
Now he on tour. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
it'd be some weird situations
So we
like that.
just rather stay on the Lord, man. Because again, the purse y'all got, we'll pass on that.
Yeah, man.
Let us get what we have, endure,
Give us
daily
our daily bread.
You know, we chilling, man. It's not worth it. Short and skinny, man. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Verse 2, which imagine mischief in their heart continually are they gathered together for war.
Continually, they come together, sit at the big table to start shit. There's no conversation of, I think we're kind of doing too much. They'll delete that. They say, what? They'll get the butler and tell him to get the cutting. Yeah. Because that's who they are, man. The spirit in them is not upright. They just have to. They're sitting together. They're gonna find a way to be evil. It's like when you sit up with a bunch of Edomites in these college parties. What they're gonna do? Start being nasty and freaky, man. Drawing dicks on people, poking asses and stuff. That's what they do, man. That's how Esau is. So imagine Esau with power, man, and influence. Damn. So that's why the world is fucked up, man.
What Esau do? Put a finger up your ass and holler snake.
Exactly. and that's fun to them.
He's a devil, man.
That's fun to them, man.
I got a precept. This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yep.
When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand."
If you go into that practice, it's witchcraft.
Yep.
Wicca. That's their MO, man. Sorcery. Witches and warlocks. Left-hand side means, man. Because again, going to that craft goes into masonry, man. These secret societies. Like this masonry alone, man. The stuff that leaked. The handshakes. It's real intricate, man. How you greet a motherfucker. You gotta hold the thumb and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Man.
I've seen churches, old churches with Eastern Star signs and Mason symbols on them all the time.
Yeah, and that's their craft, man. That's because it's in the power of their hand to do so, man. So what do? They lean to the left. Anytime they, have some idle time, we're gonna do lean to the left. Throw more poison in the air. Barium, aluminum, throw Baal on top of it.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yep.
And again, a lot of people laugh at this stuff. You call us tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists. Alex Jones being our can't believe.
Our high priest.
Yeah.
Come
Which
on,
Alex
man.
Jones, he sold out.
Yeah, you can
He
tell.
control out, but again, the stuff that was bringing out, it's true, man.
Yeah.
And you find out, hey, truth is stranger than fiction, man. What these devils are really doing. Again, what came out is these people eat motherfucking people, man.
Yep.
Right.
What's worse than that? You eating somebody. So nothing is off the table.
Hey, there's another thing up under the sun. What do you think they was doing when they came over here, man? They
Right.
was digging up the bodies of people that died and gathered. We're like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, look, let me show you how to cultivate. Let me show you how to live off
Season it and shit.
yeah.
That's so seasoning.
Fucking sleazy, man.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent.
Yep, sharpen their tongues like a serpent. That goes to these politicians, man. How they talk up on the podiums, man. These interviews, ask these post questions, post Iran. These niggas proud as hell, boy.
Right, you remember back when we had them wildfires in California?
Yeah.
And I think it was the mayor out there, Newsom. He was like, what are you gonna do about this? And he was like, I'm on the phone with Trump now. And walked away.
What the hell? Yeah, man. But that's that, going to their so-called government system, man. Two ones like the land speaks the dragon.
Yep.
You got the left and the right.
Yeah.
Which now, because they're complaining about Republicans now, they're like, yeah, now the Democrats, now the left gotta come in. It's like, bro,
Yep.
it's a joke, man.
And it's funny because the lady was like, well, can you put him on speaker? He closed the door on him.
See?
Got in one of them black SUVs and drove the hell off.
Yeah. Politicians, they don't do nothing, man. They don't do a damn thing. Where is a politician in the scriptures?
Right.
King David didn't say, let me go to the Democrat.
Right.
King David was a Republican. It's the house of David.
That's it.
It's a monarchy. That's why this whole setup was never going to work out in the first place. Man.
It didn't work in Rome.
It started with the Greeks. Athens. That's where democracy was born. What happened with Athens? It turned to tyranny. And that's where
They was killing each other anyway back then.
the Civil War. You go to Peloponnesian Wars. Is it Peloponnesian? Yeah, Peloponnesian Wars. Yeah, the Greek city-states finally must each other, man. And then they come back, they do it.
It's the fucking flag. Yeah, I thought I kept hearing it, but it's the flag.
I think it was a Pale Piece.
Yeah. I was looking up. Nah, it ain't.
But you know, eventually it turned into tyranny, man, and tyranny.
They did.
Tyrants. And that's what's happening in so-called America, man. Yeah,
Corruption.
They got a school right here.
Backbiting.
What's like? Go ahead, bro.
No, you got it, man.
No, I was gonna say they got a school, a high school around here called Athens. Yeah, I always think about that. You know.
They said it didn't work. It failed.
Yeah.
But why would you do it again?
Yeah, keep reading my paper.
This is I read verse 3 again. This is Psalms 140 and 3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adders poison is under their lips.
Right.
Help with it.
So what did God say? This man speaks with a forked tongue. You know, going back to the scriptures, man. That's what this devil is about. And a lot of our people are really just now waking up to the fact, but they don't know what to do about it. You know?
And that's the thing. He never changed.
Yeah.
He never changed. Throughout history, he saw so-called history. He's always been the same, man. He just, you know, we always say, nigga, Shang Tsung just morphed himself. You know, he's a deceiver, man.
That's
He's
a
a
good one.
The devil that the Bible speaks of. You want to get that in Psalms.
Hey, what that N-Dub say when she gave Trump a kiss? Y'all saw that? She was like, and I love him. Leave him alone.
Oh, man.
He's trying to do it. Leave the man alone. He's trying to do it. I forgot what she said.
She caught the holy demon.
Yeah, she called.
Leave him alone.
There was, I seen a photo of, it was Jake praying on Trump or something.
This was before. It's like a couple of weeks before that happened. Yeah.
Well, you can have that nigga and that nigga.
Yeah.
Y'all got a preset speaking on the characteristics of Esau Edom, the devil, the deceiver that the Bible speaks of. This is Psalm chapter 55, verse 20. He had forked his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yep, like we were saying with them when they were trying to deal with Iran, so-called peace deals. How you in the middle of a peace deal bombing?
Right. The Hamas and Gaza.
Yep.
Peace, but when the food aid come, y'all playing with the people, shooting at the ground, preventing them from getting the food. That is fucked up.
That's a war crime.
Right. They laughing and giggling and shit. People starving, getting shot at. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And hey, are we not seeing that with Trump? Peace, global Nobel Peace Prize. He want to have peace with Russia, Ukraine. He want to have peace with Israel and Gaza.
That was all campaign was about.
Peace,
you know?
peace. Yeah. But yet, his tongue was a drawn sword. Trump screamed peace a lot.
Yeah.
Peace. But every time he turned around, somebody getting bombed.
Said no more wars, remember?
He said 30 days.
30 days. No more wars, ceasefires.
Yep.
But yet, this a nigga that's causing all the missiles to be fired.
Yep. And Lee said, play ball, boy. You know, we got you on these files, so you know. Yeah. Yep.
Maybe he did really believe that shit.
Yeah.
He got his ass sat down.
Yep.
But tell him peace, but we gonna do the complete opposite.
Yep. Because think about it, there was a lot of hope. They call him the Great White Hope.
Yeah.
Trump was out of the system. He wasn't part of that whole political. He was just a fucking failed businessman.
Right.
So for Trump, the so-called regular dude, which was always somewhat influential, whatever, can be the president of the United States. That was like, because that's what the whole, before Trump, people are tired of again these politicians becoming presidents and dealing with, the shit which ultimately is the status quo of being a president.
Yep.
Foolish wars, a bunch of spending, and not taking care of your people. Well, what's happened since Trump did it? The same thing, man. So his ass
thing.
got sat down, he got sold out, man, because like you said, them E-files, man.
Hey,
But look, with
But-
Trump, his first run, what did he do? He dropped the mother of all bombs.
Yeah,
Who he dropped that on?
see, that go back to that memory. Our memories are fucked up.
And that was only like fucking like 5 years ago. He came in and dropped the mother of all bombs. There was a huge explosion. That shit was all in the news.
Oh, was that Russian?
Nah. He dropped it in the Middle East.
Oh, they got something like that. I think you said.
No, Russia got the Satan.
Satan, yeah.
Russia got Satan 1 and Satan 2.
Yeah.
But Trump dropped the mother of all bombs when he came in.
I don't have my phone.
You remember that though?
Yeah, I remember it.
Afghanistan?
He dropped it on Afghanistan.
It says April 13, 2017, the United States dropped a GBU 43B massive, whatever the fuck, Moab.
Yep.
Yeah, Moab.
Yep. That's
Mother
it.
of all bombs.
Yep.
And
Mother
the
of
target
all
was
bombs.
ISIS. He's trying to get ISIS.
Yep.
Damn.
That was his first go around. He came in through the door,
Yeah.
dropping bombs.
22,000 pound weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now look.
it didn't go through like down like.
Yeah, it went down and so
Yeah, that's right.
bunker buster. So he did that his first go around. Came in the second term,
Breaking records.
breaking records, causing more war.
Nero.
So he took fourth turn, and Biden came in, messed things up some more, and then Trump came in, started dropping bombs again. Trump, I mean, so you got eyes to see. Trump, the war man. He the war man.
His first 100 days in office.
Yeah.
Yeah. First 100 days in office, he dropping mother of all bombs.
Yeah.
And now you see, I saw a video clip where Edomites were taking the Trump sticker off their cars. You know?
Good.
Not good, man. You got your own men, your own countrymen that with the war, you know, are bucking up against you. It don't look good, man.
Well, that makes more fruit to that Simpsons episode where Trump got deleted.
Yeah.
Because they need a scapegoat. They need a scapegoat. America's on the hot seat.
Yep.
That trust that the so-called America had to push the agendas of the elites, it's not working no more. So what they gotta do is they gotta make somebody the bad guy. And they saying about Trump being impeached, we'll see. But they might delete his ass.
Well, they're going to have to because he's starting a war. And once war is going down,
You can't take him out.
Can't take him out. Yeah.
That was strategic upon himself.
And he still got time before his election is over.
Time.
What is it, 2029, 2030?
But they got midterms. You can still midterms coming up. They can vote him out. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
What we at?
I got something back over here.
Okay. I want to get into some prophecy too, like, you know, just. Yeah.
This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagines how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he would not be satisfied with blood.
Yep. So he don't care. He'll take it at for it. That's what he say. He don't hate blood. He loves blood, man. As you see, the motherfucker drinking.
Yeah.
Like Gatorade. Literally. If you in the game, you tired. You get a Gatorade. Nigga grabbing blood.
Yeah. Yeah. They what's that scripture? Blood in the life. Blood in the life.
Life is in the blood.
Yeah.
That's why we're not supposed to consume it.
Yeah. And they literally go into that, man. Like you said.
They inject themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know, brothers, you ever seen the movie Hamilton? Football movie.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if y'all
They made them take blood. I seen that
I
part.
don't know if y'all brothers seen that, the movie Hamilton, Marlon Wayans. He was hooking himself up to an IV. Like said, there was another great player or something like that, younger work player. Like he was like basically like putting that other great player's blood in himself. You know,
Yeah.
like, basically like how the elites, you know, they go get younger, fresh blood, and then they inject it into themselves.
They said Kobe was doing that. With his own blood, though, they said.
Yeah, they get into weird
Yeah.
shit like that, you know. It's like, I don't know, it's healing, they give you more light.
Yeah.
That Jordan Peele be making a lot of movies that's like, you know,
They
big
got,
questions.
that make you look into that
They in that world.
Yeah.
They in that world, man.
You see a lot without saying.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make a movie on this.
Can't give them too much though, you know, but we gotta give them enough.
It's comedy. All those movies that come out, they're considered comedy.
Exactly.
That's what they're allowed to do. It's a whole code and rule in ancient times that only the jester is allowed to tell the truth. The jester is the person that makes jokes. That's why comedians Apostle go into for sure. Apostle Bar goes into comedy, goes into comedic. Comedian goes into truth.
Yep.
So comedy, the best comedy is always true.
Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin told a lot of truth. You know?
And they all know about the Israelites too. Best believe. Oh yeah. You know.
Of course, in the major city, they walk right past and some stop and listen.
Remember Mike Epps, Ricky Smiley, and all of them making the parodies.
One of them got deleted.
Ricky Harris.
Ricky Harris.
Yeah, I said Ricky Smiley. My bad.
I think he said something about us too though. Yeah, Ricky Smiley. What was you reading before that though? Did you finish it? I don't think you finished it.
I was gonna go with the 7. I had.
Well, read it again though.
2, 3.
Yeah, finish out what you was reading.
Okay. This is Psalm 140. Psalm 140 and 3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips.
Yeah, they sharpen their tongues, man. Right? And you know, adder, right? Read that part again.
Psalm 140 and 3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips.
Yeah, poison. Right? So what they push forward, what they spew out, is no good for you, man. All right, and they do it once again through the power of the pen, through the laws. All right, that they push forth. And one thing they're pushing now is major war, man. Major war. What they said, the holy war. They're calling this a holy war, which is all spiritual in itself, and it is a holy war, right? And where did they get that from? They got it from the prophets, man.
Yeah, they said it's the war of Armageddon, the ushering, the return of Jesus.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They try to hijack the narrative because no one else. There's no other logical reason why this is happening. As far as again, why we at war with Iran. That's why they gotta bring God in. That's what Esau did when he came with them slave ships, man.
Yep.
Brought the good ship Jesus on you, man.
Yeah.
God said I can do this. That's Psalm 50, man.
That's what they said. They're bringing Jesus back.
See?
They're using this prophecies that in scripture that they're butchering wrong, right? So they can have an excuse to do their wickedness, man.
Exactly. This is their so-called holy war.
Yeah.
Remember, they're opposites. So this is their demonic war. You go to war for a motherfucker that is in that Epstein list, bro.
You ever ran that Joel?
No, he was holding.
Yeah. Yep. Holy war. Like you say, he's trying to control the narrative, man.
He's losing, man.
Yeah.
He's losing. We don't even believe the shit he's saying.
Yeah, he can't.
This is Joel, chapter 3, verse 2. And then I'm gonna jump to verse 10. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start at verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Yep, so our restoration, that happened first before WWE3's boom, man. You know, before the MOTB's name into it. The Lord gathered us up and woke us up first. He told us what he's gonna happen, what he's gonna do, man. Because why would he bring the rabbit if he didn't want his service?
Right. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Jehoshaphat, right? Which, you know, the Most High's judgment, right? Yahweh's judgment. Yahweh Shabbat. That's right. Which is going to be played out with what the idiots call the Middle East, right? Which is really Western Asia. You know?
Was it Western or Eastern?
Yeah, West. Yeah. West.
Okay,
because the East Asia still. Yep. You know, which is really Western Asia, man. Asia. You know?
Levant.
Yeah, the Levant.
Yeah, the Levant is like Africa, going to the Morocco area, Egypt, like some Middle East, Jordan, Israel,
Yep.
Palestine, Syria.
Is that considered the Fertile Crescent?
Not necessarily. Not
Yeah.
necessarily. The Fertile Crescent goes into the major rivers, the Nile, the Euphrates. Mostly goes into the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden is Jerusalem.
Yep.
Eden just means earth, paradise. You know, we've been so far removed from the ancient language and landmarks, if you confuse the geography, like what? You know, but when we say the Middle East, you know the Middle East.
That's what, you know, yeah. As I said, for the idiots.
There really ain't no such thing as Middle East.
There's like no such thing as no West Indian,
Right.
you know?
Right.
You're right, Western.
Yeah, I'm West Indian. But, look, or Dominican,
Right.
you know? That goes into he's a dog of the God. The God, the dog of the dog of the gods, or the gods of the gods of the dog, something like that.
Yeah.
You know what point yourself Dominican goes into. But anyway, we don't digress.
I'm gonna jump to verse 10.
Story
No,
9.
verse 9.
Yeah.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare war.
Did you finish the
I finished verse.
No, yeah.
Whom they
Read,
have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
yeah, read that again, Baba Kishore.
Let's start at verse 2. I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
You said it, my area, the Eastern Mediterranean Sea, where it meets Asia.
If I may say real fast, because what backs that up is Proverbs 21. The king's hands in the heart of the Lord.
Yep. And some months back over that way, around here, around the Strait of Hormuz, around Iran. It was blood rain. Y'all remember that? It was blood rain some months back over there around that area. And you know, and that's the sign, you know, over there in the Persian Gulf area, it was blood rain. And over there in the Persian Gulf area is the Valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, and we'll plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Yeah, then he goes to judge. They're all judge the nations. So the Lord's having this world global conflict to judge all the nations that put a hand upon Jerusalem, man. The real people, man.
Yep.
The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and those who have been scattered over the four corners of the earth, man. So the Lord said, okay, I got something for y'all, man. I'm gonna gather y'all here, and I'm gonna plead for my people, man. Because again, if it was up to the nations, again, they would care about Jacob. We'd be disintegrated, man.
Yeah.
Again, this is the Lord's judgment, man.
If I may say, you know what I think about? You know when wrestling, it was like tag team wrestling, when the one guy's being beat down, and he's looking to tag, you know, he's trying to tag him. His teammate comes in and starts going, you know, that's what Yahweh Shah is getting ready to do, man. You know?
Rock kicking everybody.
Yeah. Cause we beat down, we defeated. We don't have any might. We don't have an army. We don't, you know. Our army's in the heavens. That was it.
Yep. So they're getting a part of our land because who's in our land now, man? Imposters. They split up our land and took it for themselves, man.
Hey, the scripture of bastards shall dwell in Ashdod.
Thanks. And now you got the states,
The state.
not the nation,
Right.
the state of Israel.
Verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords.
And is that not what we see happening? See, this is a prophecy that Esau's trying to stop right now, man. Oh, we won't wait. So you mean to tell me you the only motherfuckers that are allowed to have some shit?
Right.
Nation is saying, fuck you, man. We gonna get together, we gonna trade, we'll do what we gotta do, right? To build ourselves up.
What you mean I can't have a gun? Everybody else got a gun.
You got the biggest gun on the block.
That's literally happened with Iran right now, man. They're saying, okay, we better make one now since y'all saying we got it, we might as well make it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they've been prepared for this. They've been moving assets and stuff for a long time because they know what Esau wants to do, man. It ain't hard to figure it out, man. He wanted to surround Iran because that's the final showdown, man.
That's the final. You know what I'm saying? Because they know Israel want to expand and take over that whole region. So they know the plan. And Trump being deceitful, acting like he's done Iran a favor, saying, well, hey, now you guys can take over your government and change the regime and this, that, and the third. But he's not really helping those people, you know? Because, you know, at the end, they just go try to come in there and take it over with anyway.
Well, once again, it's the Western media. You know, these people don't want. They didn't care about regime change. They wanted y'all niggas out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the West will eat it up and saying like America's doing something good for these people. Oh, he's killing his own people. No, nigga, you doing it. And people will wake up to his bullshit.
Same thing they did with Venezuela.
Yeah.
We got your president. You people take over the country now.
Yeah.
Everybody was out there in the street cheering. They was mad. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Huh?
But that oil,
Oh yeah, exactly.
you can't fuck with that.
And that's a part of the whole Iran thing too. They got to get certain oil and stuff from there to make the oil.
To mix it, yeah.
Yeah, to mix it and
Yep.
make it work.
Yeah, because that oil is super thick.
Yeah.
You know, they got to blend it with what's over there in that blend.
Yeah, 'cause again, the bigger picture of why Esau's doing that, like, it's oil, man, like what I'm saying, man. But it's tied to what? It's tied to that dollar, man.
Oh,
Oil, what oil?
what you cooking?
Oil resources.
It's more it's the petrodollar. The petrodollar is what is how Esau's gaining power.
Yep.
Because the world's trying to go around his system, but they have to use his money. So without, again, that oil backing up his money, remember, America's how much debt number you can't even imagine.
Yeah.
So what's keeping the flow of which is artificial flow of dollars because you have to do international trade, you have to use this money, man.
And even with the Greenland situation, ain't nobody thinking about Greenland, and Greenland ain't thinking about nobody. But here it is, Trump want to take over Greenland. It's because of the natural resources that Greenland has. Yeah,
House of Obama's doing it.
you know,
No, and that is territory.
it's territory, resources.
Yeah.
But you know, NATO like, hey, now you doing too much because now you thinking about shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Now you just being greedy at this point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong.
They ain't making non-bread no more. They making bombs. No hummus. Nigga, they making bombs.
You see North Korea pop more shit than anybody. Like, yeah, we got that. We got ICBMs for you. Matter of fact, yeah, we be testing them all the time too. I know you see that. And North Korea is a very small country. North Korea was starving its own people so they could put the money towards the nuclear arsenal.
Yeah, China too. China was telling people years ago, not to waste any food.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit, man. Like you said, it's all the Western media. Like they said about the world leader Iran, China was giving him intel to leave, but he wanted to be martyred because he knew his death would unite the Iran, man. And that's what's happening. The media say they were cheering about him being dead, but they were mourning him, man.
Morning.
He said religiously, you just started a religious war, man. That's the worst kind of war, man.
Yep.
You didn't want Allah Akbar niggas, man.
Yep.
Right.
You gotta remember, they're brothers in that area. Yeah, brothers.
Yeah, they all under the same.
Yeah.
The Arab world is uniting because what Esau's doing.
Yep.
But you got to think, it ain't just Iran. It's Hamas. It's Afghanistan,
Turkey.
Pakistan,
Yep.
Turkey,
Definitely Turkey.
India. It's that's a whole Muslim region. And then you got Ethiopians and Somalia. And them all Muslims.
Yeah, you gotta remember Ishmael's wild, man. Yeah.
Them Northern Africa
Morocco.
countries, those all Muslims.
Yemen.
Yeah, all Muslims. Yemen, Morocco, Somalia, Ethiopia, all Muslims.
Niggas having hyenas as pets and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, all that money is being put into war now, because that's the times we in.
Yep. And this goes into the Albert Pike's prophecy of WW3, man. It's gonna be the Arab nations against the Zionists.
Yep.
This is happening. So hey, the elites, they know what they're doing, man. Or the everyday Joe Smo, even so-called politicians, they're just being used, man.
Yep.
Trump, he might believe his own bullshit. He might be being deceived too, man.
Yep.
Because again, the elites is handlers. Motherfucker got handlers. You the president got a handler?
Who knows? He probably croaked.
Oh, he's probably dead. They say
Yeah.
Joe Biden's dead in the Epstein
Yeah,
file.
I haven't seen Biden in the news lately.
Yeah, he's gone, man.
I mean, we knew
I
he was on his way out anyway.
Weekend at Bernie's nigga.
He was just a damn empty shell anyway. At that
Yeah. Come on, man. All that nigga knew was his favorite ice cream.
Probably somewhere. I ain't gonna say nurse home. You know you got money. He's somewhere in the house getting taken care of by CNA.
Goddamn money.
But this is verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. All right, because then these is all heathens too, gathering together for war. And gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the belly of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Shit, every heathen nation is gonna meet up in that region too. Matter of fact, if you want to get technical, a lot of them already do got some kind of presence down there. It's just not as heavy as America's, but
Got allies.
Russia, China already down there. China been setting up shop in Africa for years now. I've been reading. China down there, Russia, that's Iran's ally, and they've been making relations tighter over the recent years as well.
Well, it all goes back to the money. They want to get away from the dollar.
Yeah.
These countries want to go back to gold and silver.
BRICS nations. I think the United Arab Emirates, where they going to be a part of BRICS?
I don't remember.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But yeah, you got all these nations joining BRICS or wanting to sign up with BRICS, just so they could get away from the US dollar. Because the US dollar, every day the value of it decreases.
In some aspects, there's power in numbers, and these countries are seeing it. But once again, they are,
United Arab Emirates, and that's big because that's oil.
Which is crazy too, 'cause that's one of America's greatest allies in the world.
They're setting up shop like this East and all the places. Setting up theme parks over there.
The theme parks, they trying to buy up all the sports. Shit, yeah, I might say, yeah, the one Arab nigga bought boxing. Trying to buy, now I notice they trying to get MMA fighters. They trying to bring all the soccer players over there, golf players. You know, they trying to pretty much take over the entertainment world from the sports.
I got a quick precept. This is Psalms chapter 1. Slakia. Chapter 2. It says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Right? And what is all leading to? They see America on, on its way down. You know? So the only thing they're doing is they're jockeying for position. We get this man out, but at the end of the day, it's all BS, man. It's all in vain. It says, the kings of the earth set themselves and rulers to take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. It says, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. But that's the point, man. The Lord's thoughts and plans are going to stand, man. Okay? Contrary to popular belief. Contrary to what's going on. Who's linking up with who? Who wants to do what? The Lord's will is going to stand, man. That's made me think about that.
Yeah, that's true. That's the beauty, man. That's the comfort. Because again, like we were saying, all the stuff that's happening on the earth, we fucked up too, man. We get up, back hurt, head hurt, got to work tomorrow. Then we got to be in the spirit, be locked in and try to focus, have balance.
Act normal.
Yeah, try to blend in.
Nobody love you.
Nobody give you no respect or love.
Can't get a back rub.
Right. Nothing. But the Lord, as it says in Jeremiah, He'll give us an expected end. We brought in, we know how this thing ends.
That's right.
We walk by faith, we don't know ours so far, so we hope we call the elect. But we know the good guy's gonna win. So we sleep well at night, man. Our situation, it is what it is, we just gotta endure it. But we know the Lord's in control, and that's what takes away the power from Esau.
Yep.
We'll say Trump, and we'll say the elites, and we'll get to how about Shimei Awashai, man.
Yep.
Because if it wasn't, then why is the word speaking for itself?
There you go. And once again, all these, we're not going to just have World War III, we're out of here. There's things that's going to lead up, like, the hour of temptation.
Yeah, still got time.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Because again, we get anxious too, man. We see that Iran getting bombed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you got to have experience, man. Yeah, it's become age in this thing. You know that, hey, things got to be done in order, man.
Certain things have to come to pass first. Certain prophecies have to be fulfilled first because the missiles that's the grand finale. I'm saying nuclear destruction is that's right before the movie credits come on.
I got a quick precept. This is Psalms 9 and 15. It says, matter of fact, I'm sorry, 13. It says, have mercy upon me, O Lord. Consider my trouble which I suffer on them that hate me. Thou liftest me up from the gates of death, that I may show forth all thy praise in the gates of the daughter of Zion. I will rejoice in thy salvation. Reading on. It says, verse 15, the heathen are sunken down in the pit, that they made in the net which they hid in their own foot taken. It says,
it is to themselves, man. Because us, just normal dudes, So whatever happens on the earth, we're at the mercy of whatever happens, man. So when at least they have these plans that we're gonna get them guys, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do A, B, C, what can we really do to resist it?
can't do nothing.
Can't do anything. All we can do is pray. What did the Lord call us in the book of Jeremiah? Thou worm Jacob, man.
Right.
It's Jeremiah or Isaiah? How do I say it? Fear not thy worm Jacob. Sounds like Isaiah. Fear not thy worm Jacob, man. Because what is it?
Look, I may say, we can't remember everything, man. Most gotta look stuff, look it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But yeah, thy worm Jacob. With the fences. Worm don't got teeth.
Right.
You know, laws, nothing, man. The Lord called us a word.
Defenseless.
Defenseless, man.
If I may say,
Can't even run.
Right. Look at the our forefathers. You know, for the most part, they they didn't. Was Daniel fighting back when he was being, you know what I'm saying, thrown in the lion's den?
James, they kept it.
Exactly. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. You know, Yahweh Shai,
Right, yeah.
was he giving resistance? At the end of the day, we got to go with what the Lord, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
the course.
Yeah.
It's the course of prophecy.
Like sheep led to the slaughter.
Yes, that's what God He's the Lord have mercy on us.
Yeah.
That's facts, man.
Psalms 9 and 15 says the heathen are sunken down in the pit that they made, and the net which they hid is their own foot taken. It said, well, it makes me about Haman too. You know? It says, verse 16, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. It says, the wicked shall be turned to hell, and all nations that forgot Yahweh. That's all.
Hell's a condition.
Yep.
Y'all gonna suffer, man. Because over there in the Middle East, you know, of course Esau, I talk about Esau as well. With the average Joe Smo, he's done, man. But the elites of Esau, again, we was talking about it earlier. This guy, you know, he don't even have to touch the ground if he wants to. He got private jets, he got yachts, you know. He get drove around in real blacked out bulletproof vehicles, you know. And again, Moab, you got the elites of Moab, you got the elites of Ammon. They got kings and princes, you know. You know the princes over there in Saudi, motherfuckers driving Bugattis and dirt.
Pet cheetahs and lions and shit.
Right. Did y'all see that clip of it was the NBA All-Star and how many private jets left and went back over to the east? Remember, I think it was the All-Star game that just passed.
Yeah.
You know? Cause all them, you know, all, who do you think is in the front row in them seats? You know?
A-Rab.
I like the king, yeah, Arab, the kings of the earth, man. They're children.
Exactly.
You know, you see somebody sit beside fucking, I don't know, Kanye West at the game. That's probably one of their kids or something. Who knows? But you know.
Yep. So they're gonna pay.
Yeah.
Good.
This is
Yeah, I have something too though.
okay. This is Psalms 35 and 8. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he had hid catch himself into that very destruction. Let him fall.
So he's all doing it to himself. You know, like how Esau do, he self-deletes. That's what he does. That's Esau's legacy, is a self-deleter. All he does is he does it to himself. So all the evil he's doing, think about it. The earth he's destroying, he lives here.
Exactly.
You're a
Right.
king destroying your inheritance, which is just your blessing, you're destroying it. Why would you do that? The air you breathe, the water you drink, and one way or another, you're drinking polluted water, man.
With the power and resources to make things even more perfect.
And if he did have a righteous motive, he would make it right.
Like they said, okay, we got all these oil pipelines, but ain't nobody think to create a giant pipeline for water. You know? For Africa or the Middle East or for whatever country that needs clean water. You know? We got all this water on the planet.
Detroit still needs clean water.
Yeah, you know, you think they'd create some pipelines of water and use the technology they have to transform ocean water into good drinking water.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
like
then they wicked, man. You got it.
if I may say, it's like, you know, we get mad because the scripture says surely oppression makes a wise man mad. But in the day, you know, we understand the scriptures.
That's it.
The scriptures say he was set up to take peace from the earth. So what what makes sense to all of us, he's not going to do because he was set up to do a job.
Thanks. And that's why
Specifically, fuck everything.
Yeah, and that's why it ties to the points of grace. Because if it wasn't be our shy, again, how the hell would we get out of this, man? You know, carnally, done. Spiritually, without we have a shy, done. Done, man. So that's why for you, the law, statutes, commandments, you super Pharisees, scribes, talking about super Israelites
Right.
talking about, you keep all the laws. You don't. Did Zariak say that shit?
Yeah, man. How?
You don't break no laws. You're a liar, man. You're not in the truth, man.
Exactly.
Because for one, you hate your brother. It is, we out here in truth and sincerity. You got always something to say about GMS talking about greatness. That's not keeping the law. That's slander.
That's slander.
Show us the video of us doing whatever he said we were doing, man.
That's slander, and that alone is transgressing because you bearing false witness. You know, the scripture said the Lord hates a liar. That's what the Lord says, and that's in the list in Proverbs. What's it, 16 or 16 the Lord hates, and the 7th is an abomination.
Yeah, Proverbs.
And one of the things the Lord hates is a liar. And you're not supposed to bear false witness on the next individual. And GMS being grapers, that's a lie. And one of the last people to say we was grapers is now currently sitting in prison. You know, and he probably gonna be in there until the missiles drop.
Across the hall, you can see the missiles coming through the window.
Yeah, because he got about 10 years, didn't he? Yeah, and we ain't got 10 years left in this. Lord's willing, we don't. We ain't got 10 years left in this wicked, sinful kingdom and society. So he's gonna he go die behind bars after shooting up Bibles and saying GMS is grapers and this, that, and the third. Remember, the scripture says every man, every idle word should be accounted thereof in the day of judgment.
I got something for you, Michael. If you had quoted something that sparked this,
Yeah.
maybe it'll come back to you, or me. Deuteronomy 30:7, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies. It says, and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee.
And so the Lord's turning the tables, man. You want to get on Jake about being lazy, being bombs, and all the stuff that Jake get into as he's a product of his environment. He's just trying to adapt and get through what he can because he set up the situation that he lives in. YN is Esau's creation.
Got them? Oh, how about it?
YN is Esau's creation, man. Who created the YN? Esau. Who allowed this culture to perpetuate in the nation of Israel? Esau.
Good, bro.
Who funded this so-called black culture,
See,
man?
bro.
Esau.
Oh, he's smiling over there. Okay, come. You know, it's funny. They say smiling is contagious. I was smiling, and then the lady looked, and she started smiling. Like,
Not that bad.
yeah,
Come on, man.
We the good guys.
Right.
really,
You'll find out.
right. So I'm gonna read it one more time. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7, and the Lord will put all these curses.
Oh yeah, big curses.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole shit.
Yep.
That Jake had to deal with. And it's not gonna be little and little like the Lord did with us because He chastises little and little. Not all the curses fit every single Israelite.
Exactly.
But every curse gonna hit Esau. He gonna have stank.
Yep.
You know, we're talking about Edomite ruling the kingdom. Who knows, man? They might be stanking the kingdom. They might have the curses on them.
Especially the
Right.
ones
The ones that we
not dealing with.
we got power.
But the ones they got, they gonna be smelling wretched.
You can fix that.
Right. If I may say real fast, just like with Judah and business ventures, you don't see too many black businesses.
Yeah.
You see Issachar got businesses, got food trucks, got this and that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Ishmael got all the gas stations, all the corner stores, all the smoke shops.
well,
You're
yeah,
talking about
Jake though, yeah.
Oh, Jake.
Yeah, Jake. You know, because y'all was talking about different curses amongst Jake. We all go up under the curses.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, but you know, certain curses hit
to certain
like
tribes,
the
so.
scalp, the scalp.
Yeah.
That hit Eve. That hit
Judah.
Yeah, Judah, Southern Kingdom.
Because the other tribe, they got it.
They got it here, yeah.
That's facts. But Esau, specifically Esau, he next gonna catch curses too.
Yep.
But Esau, he gonna get every curse that is on Deuteronomy 20th chapter 14 on down.
Yep.
Every curse. In fear of his life, wondering if the woman gonna step out on him.
Yep.
He's not gonna be committing adultery. But that don't mean Esau not gonna do it.
Right.
This woman gonna step out on another, maybe a better Esau. He might have got a little better so-called job.
Yeah.
You know, he might not be picking up big. He might not be picking up big shit. He might pick up little shit.
Yep.
You know, he might have a so-called better quality of life.
Right.
So she's gonna step out with him because he pick up the little shit. You don't stink as much when he come back to the hole we live in.
You're not as hairy.
He ain't as hairy.
It says Deuteronomy 37, the Lord and the Lord is going to do this. The Lord,
Yeah.
thy God, will put all these curses upon thy enemies,
Yep.
and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So, did these nations not persecute us? All right, don't these? Yeah, to this day, don't these nations hate us? Yeah, they do. Psalms 83, right? And look, like the scriptures say, though it tarry, wait for it, because this is gonna come to pass, man.
It's hard, and the beautiful part is it's happening.
It's happening, man.
It's happening. You see, Sheeta might jump and shit.
Bro,
She hopping on Jake.
I was telling you. I was at a work event, and he might come over with a daughter. Yeah, she said, "Oh, I'm not gonna get into where I was at, but she was like, I like how you was, doing that over there. Totally caught me off guard, bro.
Yeah.
One of those like goth looking like Edomites. She was with her daughter at the little event thing, and I was like, oh, and she was just sitting there smiling, like, wait for me to say something to her. And I was like, all right, thank you. And then I was out shopping, and probably about 50-year-old white woman, she wasn't ugly,
Straight.
I was telling the boy, a little thin man, little thin man. And she was trying to have a conversation with me, and I'm like,
Don't catch you off guard.
yeah, it caught me off guard.
She broke the ice.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a beautiful point. Yeah, because the Lord's lifting the curses off of us, man. It's not on your leg. It's
Yeah.
weird.
weird,
we
bro.
used to not getting a chance. We used to not, whatever, how the Lord be blessing us sometimes, man. You feel
Exactly.
guilty sometimes. You get like paranoid sometimes. You get so-called good luck. You're like, damn, why not a spirit? The Lord
Right.
just blessing me, man. The Lord, He doing the work, man. And again,
Right.
women that come up to you, that's a small matter, man. That's
It's small. But you gotta remember, back in the day, they wouldn't go on the same aisle you was on.
you couldn't breathe the same air
Yeah.
this you couldn't drink the same water.
Now they,
Now they bumping
into you.
Trying to grab
Yeah,
me. It's true, man. Yeah, but now you see why he did what he did, because he know, hey, the sons of God, man, they're just different.
That's right.
It's not because of us, it's because of the Lord, man. And again, the world, is waking up to Esau's BS, so yeah, it's all about balance. As the Lord is exposing E, making him small among the heathen, making him despised and hated. Well, hey, what about them so-called guys on the corners now?
Yep.
Watch, man. You're going to see, as of course, Esau, he's a devil, man. He's going to do stuff that's going to make people bug out and come up against us, trying to persecute us. But you're going to have people that's going to say, hey, that guy's not too bad, man.
Right.
And nothing evil to say against him? No.
Hold on, man. They was right.
See?
What's that scripture, man? Where it says, when thy way please the Lord.
Enemies shall be at peace.
Proverbs.
Was it Proverbs?
Yeah, he's a man's goings please the Lord.
Can a brother get that real quick?
Yeah.
Sure. Because it's a reason why the Lord says what he says. Is a reason behind everything, man. Why we supposed to conduct ourselves a certain way. Because the Lord is going to stir something up in the earth to where, look, the finger's going to be pointed at us.
Yep.
Oh, they believe in this, they're going to do this, they're going to do that.
They try to tie us into that.
Yeah.
With, the Islam shit.
Elder Yashua always brings it out.
So that's the only play Esau got.
Only play.
It's not going to stick. It might work for shock value. Yeah, I knew it. You're going to have motherfuckers like that.
Right.
You're going to have people going to say, what you talking about?
Yeah.
But I got you.
Yep.
Proverbs 16, verse 7, when a man's ways please the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Right. And how do you please the Lord? That's the question one has to ask. Well, I've been going to church my whole life. I've been, helping out in soup kitchens.
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
Right.
It's doing the will.
It's doing the will of the Heavenly Father. Deuteronomy 10 comes to mind, one of my favorites. O Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee? And it starts with the fear, man. So if you fear, you're going to be obedient to the Heavenly Father to the best of your ability.
Yep. It says it well in Job too, that his children shall seek to please the poor.
Done.
You're going to have other heathen nations trying to help Jake out and lessen us, man.
Yep.
Just having so-called guilt or whatever, man. Could be an Edomite, could be a Ishmaelite.
Those boot kissers, you see, in all the camps, you know what I'm saying?
It ain't gonna be doing that, but more like
No, I'm not saying that, yeah.
more like listen, like, hey, you
Yeah.
need someone to stay here.
Exactly.
Here's my guest house. So
Yep.
need a job here. I got a job for you.
I've seen what they're doing to your people, and I feel bad.
Exactly.
Yep.
The spirit gonna be on them to help us in that
Yep.
thing, man. You know? might be on a private jet. Who
Yeah.
knows that day? Come on, we got another seat for you.
Yep.
Bring your family and shit.
Yep.
You don't know, man. The Lord's going around, man. The Lord gonna work, man. He gonna use what we got
Got my
around.
faith. Yep. He's gonna work or work,
He gonna
man.
work, man. This is what you have to trust, man.
Yep.
Now, our so-called Sean will come, but first the Lord gotta get his. But he said we're gonna be taken care of, man. How you think it's gonna happen, man?
That's right.
Yes, miracles gonna be happening, but miracles happen physically too.
Yeah.
You know, so-called somebody out of the blue, man. He might have been hungry. I got some extra food for you.
Right.
Hey,
Wrong order. Somebody walked into your crib.
Yeah,
That's what
yo.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm in the
man.
crib. I'm like, damn, I got like $10. Whatever. They have this, man.
Yeah. Yep.
hey, the slaves got help. You know, like some runaway slaves.
Oh yeah.
That was during the time where shit was real for people for real. It was dangerous.
Cause you gotta remember, we are what? Hebrew Israelites. So the language stuck with us when we came over. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that they was beating out and show you that in roots. So Reuben knew, Gad knew, Simeon, Ephraim, Manasseh, the tribe, we knew. You know, why you think this devil brought Hebrew interpreters, man?
He had to divide us. That's what he did.
Exactly. And boy, did that shit fucking work.
We did a good job.
He did. But it didn't last forever.
It couldn't last forever.
Yeah.
Because that's not prophecy for the yeah. You read in Wisdom of Solomon, great fear stood upon them, man. Yeah. Was you reading Mike Oliver?
Proverbs.
Yeah, bring it one more time, Bubba Shaw.
Yep. It's Proverbs 16 and verse 7.
Yep.
When a man's ways please the Lord Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Right, and we was going into it once again. Psalms 83 is a list of the enemies, even including 2/3. Right, a 2/3 can be like, "Yo, I know my days are numbered." All the shit I've heard Jake say shit like that. Yo, I know I ain't making it to heaven. You know, and the Lord can put a spirit in them to give you the rest of their goods, and say, "Go." They go bang out, tell you to go run. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing
They gonna be like, I want to do some good.
Or the military
I want to do
troops.
some good for the little last bit of my life.
And
Yeah.
Paul comes and the spirit might be on somebody in that arena to say, yo, good, don't be.
Yep.
That's what happened with Jeremiah. If I get it real quick.
Right.
Jeremiah 15 and verse 11 says, the Lord Yahweh, Bashan Yahushai said, verily it shall be well with thy remnant. Verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and in the time of affliction.
There you go.
So things are written upon time for our learning, man. Jeremiah, even though he was prophesying of evil to come, and the things that Jacob wanted to do with Jeremiah, he threw him in a pit of shit. Read about that. But also Jacob was doing, he ripped up the scroll, I forgot who a king that was, he burned Jeremiah's scroll. And the Lord, when all hell broke loose and Babylonians came and besieged the city, and was taking down Judah, what happened? Nebuchadnezzar personally entreated for Jeremiah. And he was entreated, meaning he was asked what he wanted to do. Whoever was in charge, I forgot who it was, his name, but it was the head of the army. He got sent to Jeremiah because he got told by Nebuchadnezzar, and he asked Jeremiah, do you want to come to Babylon or do you want to stay in Jerusalem? That's why Jeremiah stayed in Jerusalem, because he had a little bit of limitations. Everybody else got took. The kings, the nobles, they left. But it's crazy. They left the poor. The poor stayed in Jerusalem, which is spiritual. All those that were sold out, that were rich, that were decadent in Jerusalem, they either got deleted or they got taken to captivity. And the poor was left. The people that were working the farm, in the ground, the grunts, so to say, man. That's who stayed in Jerusalem, man. So that's spiritual too, man. But again, think about that, man. Here it is again. You have all hell breaking loose, and Mr. Putin, if that's the guy that's going to be the Ezekiel 38, having that evil thought, which we believe so. He gonna say, take. Remember, he released the Russian icons.
Yeah.
He can entreat and say, hey, speaking of apostles and on down, these brothers engraved millstone, take care of them, man.
Yep.
They might have agents, spies, and Get out of here. We're gonna blow. You know, whatever,
Yeah.
man. That can happen, man. But you have to have the faith, man. That's why we don't need guns.
That's right.
You know, if
Right.
you got one, cool. But if you shoot in the rain to I'ma take down, you're tripping, man.
It ain't happening, man.
You're tripping, man.
It ain't happening. That's why we don't land grabs. These suckers just come and just drop a fucking.
I'll bomb on your shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Remember what they did in Philly? When they dropped that bomb and like all those row houses was fucking man.
Don't just spray some shit up your.
I'm about to say it.
Yeah.
Straight, be some
Blow
kind
the
of
fuck out.
some kind of toxin or something. It's easy. You saw it could get you packed up
Real quick.
effortlessly.
Yeah.
Flawless victory.
So that-
Marching in purple.
yeah.
Come on, this the spirit. We didn't. No, come on, man. Y'all tripping.
I mean, it's a good workout, but what that got to do with what,
Yeah. Nothing. You don't got nothing to do with nothing.
yeah. So let's, was that it on that mic?
Yes, sir.
Let's get into some props. I want to get into the Hour of Temptation.
Okay.
Matter of fact, let's get 2nd Ezra's 9 up the shop. If someone can pull it up real quick. 2nd Ezra's 9. Because the Lord told us to measure these times that we're living in, man. War, evils are growing upon the earth. The love of many waxing cold. All right. Like the lesson I did earlier in the week. What are you doing in your leisure, man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's Sirach 28, I believe it is. You know, a wise man. You become wise through your leisure, rough and
Yeah,
paraphrase.
you either have little business.
Little business, yep. Yep.
You're a busybody.
Hey, just like the script says, what manner of persons are ye to be?
Second Peter, yep.
You know,
3rd chapter.
like what's your conversation about? What you talking about? How you living? What you doing? What you thinking about?
Right.
You know, like
That's a good point. It's
Yeah.
Like, you think about Jake, the shit that he thinks on a day 24/7. Like we get into probably cool, you know, maybe for 30 minutes or whatever, an
Yeah.
hour. We get into some folly, think about women or watching some highlights.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But it gets to a point like, yo, we get in the spirit, man.
Right, and I must say that has to be. Because there has to be a balance.
It's a balance. What's a balance?
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can't be over, yo.
Yeah, you a liar talking about you always locked in. You're not.
Yeah. Come on, bro.
You're gonna burn out.
I was about to
crash
say it, because you, like you said, you know, you could burn out,
Yeah.
and you don't want to burn out. You know, that's why script says it's balance.
Mm-hmm.
out. Yeah, you don't want to be over.
You know, you gotta have a balance. You know,
Yeah. Exactly. Like you said, that's the point. We'll get into folly. We'll do certain. That's lawful.
Yep.
You know.
it's
And-
lawful, and we in the flesh.
And exactly, you know what I'm saying? We do what we gotta do. But it comes to a point where we're like, yo, we tap in the spirit, let me lock in, let me do a
Right.
lesson. Jake,
Yeah.
24/7 is just folly, man.
Folly.
Bullshit, man.
Simple.
Of the flesh.
Of the flesh.
You know, I mean, we the flesh too. We see a nice looking woman, a nice rack body, like, man.
Nice car, whatever.
Yeah, you know.
But we come to our senses like, yo, we know the bigger picture.
Exactly.
Let me get into the will of Yahweh.
We know what's getting ready to come to pass, so that's where the question come in. What manner of person are you to be? If you are an athlete and you know you got fucking a championship game or championship fight or something coming up, what manner of persons are they at that time? They training, you know? I gotta get locked in. They might get an extra training session in, you know, for preparations. The scripts say we got to prepare our minds, you know, for the return of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We got to humble our souls and prepare our minds. And how do you do that? Praying, fasting, examining yourself, reading, studying, you know.
You got it.
But this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right, and the importance of measuring is to get it correct. Because a slight wrong measurement, then your building is off.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you got guys saying we're gonna be here 1,000 years, you going off. You got guys saying we're gonna be out tomorrow, that's going off, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have the right measurement.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
We measure it now, okay. You see World War III ramping up, but we know the end is not yet because we still need this to take place.
Yep.
It's still time left, but it's not a lot of time.
Right.
And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, and the Lord is visiting, man. You know, Isaiah 29 comes to mind. He visited storms, tempests, fire, earthquakes.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's not coming for a vacation.
Yeah.
He said, I'm about to go see my people. I'm about to go for a visit. The Lord visit, he's shaking shit up.
Exactly.
It's bad. It's like when the CEO comes. You're not acting on, you're not playing around. You're not you tightening up, you making sure you're on point.
Oh man, somebody about to be fired. Change is about to be made. You know when you had a job and the higher bosses come through.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know somebody about to get fired, some change is about to be made. You know, it's gonna get real uncomfortable. Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Which he made. No Big Bang.
Right.
Ain't no
It's gonna be a big bang, alright.
right. It ain't one of them Egyptian gods busting a nut. Yeah, you know, into existence. Come on, man. These dudes are out of their freaking mind, man. So the Lord's visiting the earth, which he made through his son, through the angels. All right?
Us.
Yeah. Lord, when we call that number.
Goes with Lord's will.
Yeah.
It said thou shalt understand. We're not guessing. We need to guess. I think. No, we know, man. This is it, man.
This is it.
This is the end.
Yeah.
This the end all be all right here. This is my eggs at.
Yeah.
No Easter.
No Easter bunny.
Right.
This is my eggs at. No, I ain't got eggs in another basket over there before I get me a G-Wagon.
Right.
Right.
You know.
Take a video of you. So, bro, if you got bread like that, cool. But why
Yeah.
you put it on the internet? That's how you show how weak he is. He's a weak-minded dude, man.
Yep.
He's vain.
Social
So
media
stupid.
and the vanity and
the shit you
clout.
did, you sold out. And you gonna show your whip, Nick Monty, showing a license plate?
Yeah.
He can't set up a judgment. We're gonna judge him, man. You did a nigga dirty. You sold him some snake oil, and you gonna put your license plate on the internet with your house, talking about this is my wives. What are you doing?
One of his old followers might try to get at him like, yo, like man, I've been sending you tides, I've been following
You
you.
ain't responding back.
Yep.
You ain't responding back, and you
Hey, think about it. It's like we got
fucked up.
one of them dudes like, yo, I brought this man a watch. Like one of them like
You put them ties, you donated so this nigga get a G-Wagon. That's what ties is going to, not the ministry.
right.
A G-Wagon.
A G-Wagon and your women, and I'm fucked up.
That's a $200,000 car.
Yep.
Hold on, you got $200,000, you gonna buy a G-Wagon? You can do better than that.
Right.
You gotta remember they've been doing this since they left Great Millstone. You know?
Well, remember, it came out that High Priest Exalted wasn't working, but nigga bringing home 6 figures. You're bringing home 6 figures and not working a day? Come on, man.
Eating KFC and Pepsi.
And he got Pepsi in a fitted
Like you said, you bring home 6 figures and don't even gotta go to work.
And you find out he doing all this stuff behind the scenes.
Yep.
Yo, and then you gonna bail out, say
Wow, you gotta go
y'all
to work.
toxic? He gonna say y'all toxic?
Y'all toxic. While you gotta go to work 5 days, 5 days a week.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You go get that one.
Y'all went shopping? Oh, hey. We took requests. You said Shalom, brother. Hey, look. Oh, mess up, bro. Yeah, he loved it. He like, I'm gonna go with him, brother. He knew. It's all good.
Y'all want some?
Nah, man, I got coffee earlier. I'm good. Okay. Well, I got tea earlier. Yeah, I'm good. Come on, bros. Yeah. Bro, one got a shopping cart full of food.
I like cookies.
All right.
Chocolate chip. Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Uproars is a major thing that's happening now, man. You know, it's been amongst our people, but now these heathen are been uproar.
Protests,
Protests,
demonstrations.
yeah.
Yep, and that's always a sign before war. You're not having no uproar in the middle of a war. The uproar happened first, then the war happened. So people are getting shaken up. They're getting pissed, marching. Here it is. Don't forget what's on the menu for Southern America: a civil war.
Yep.
A civil war, which that's what the elites want because they don't want you to know it's a class war. It's not a race war. It's past that. It's a class war. You stay poor, you stay dumb. We stay rich, we stay influential, man, and empowered. But you're gonna have people, which is the second and 15th chapter. They're gonna say we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna secede, like what Tech is trying to do, man. One by one, everybody gonna take their own side, man. And that's where the female is coming to play, man. Because it's gonna be a governmental shutdown. She's gonna be shut down. It's gonna get crazy, man.
Yep.
They're gonna lock it down.
I got a quick hit. This is Mark 3 and 23. And he called unto them and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. And that's what you see with these uproars. Yeah, division. The right against the left, left against the right. All right, the rich against the poor. And look, it's really amongst Edom, man.
I say it's Edom against Edom.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're at a point where fighting at a point of no return. It says that in the book of Proverbs. Offended brother, it's hard to get back. It's hard in the defense, getting a defense city of a paraphrasing.
Yeah. You want?
I get it. Yeah, let me get it.
Con.
Proverbs 18. Yeah, Proverbs 18, verse 19. A brother offended is harder to be won back than a strong city. And their contentions are like the bars of a castle. So they're separated, man. So these E's, they ain't come back together, man. So that's they're divided. That's another sign that we're winning, man.
Yep.
They're divided. We're together through the spirit. We're unified, and they're being pulled apart, man.
Yeah.
So it has an end, man. It surely has an end, man. This can't go on longer.
That's right.
And we know Esau, he ruthless, man. He's not gonna take no L. He's a proud man.
Yep.
He deletes his own children to stay in power. He deletes his own wife. You know, Esau got no morals, man. So when it comes to the end of his empire, what do you think Esau gonna hold back? She about to fight against the Lord in the heavens. You dealing with a guy that's gonna try to fight that Lord and his army.
Right.
What the hell?
It's crazy.
So yeah, we're gonna stick with Yahweh Shai.
That's it, man. You know? That's it. Damn. That was heavy precept, bro.
Yeah, a brother offended. Mr. Putin, which we believe he's an Edomite. Who knows at this point? But he's a leader of Russian Edomites, man. Mr. Putin, man. And that's so-called America's arch enemy. Here it is. That's your brother. 144. That's your brother, man.
Yep.
That's your brother. That's a duke.
Yeah.
That's a prince. And you at war with your brother. Then the small hat, what was that dude?
Netanyahu, he Amalekite.
Yeah, he's definitely
Edomite.
He's an Edomite.
I'm
Man.
saying.
He be a little custom. And he fighting against. You hear shit he said about so-called Americans. So he's divided. Them European states, the European countries, they hate Russia, man. They're afraid of Russia, but now they're starting to hate America. That's Revelation 17 chapter.
All Edomites.
All Edomites, man. So, no going back.
And when that took the world, he didn't share.
He didn't share, bro. Elias made a point about Amalek. He was born through a concubine.
Yep.
He wasn't legit. He was an illegitimate son, but paraphrasing. He has the birthright.
Yep.
That's why they hate the small heads, man. You know, but what's his name? Is it the OG Rothschild that told his sons when they split? He told them, to stay together. They, don't.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know his name. I don't know the Rothschild's name.
What you say, y'all stay together?
Yeah.
Y'all back each other up. You know what I'm saying? But now they're not doing that shit no more, man. It starts with the elites.
Yep.
It's elite families, man. They're beefing. They're not agreeing at the table, man. That's how it was in Rome. That's why Rome fell. The elites, they couldn't figure it out, man.
In-house fight.
In-house fighting, man. That's why Israel fell, man.
Yep.
Judah and Israel, man.
They literally stab each other in the back.
That's what they do, man.
That's what they do, literally.
So I'm gonna read this one more time. Would you finish, Mike Oliver?
Yes, sir.
This Mark 3:25. It says, and if a house, I told 24, if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
Yeah, Myers.
Come on. You want to speak on it?
That was it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. It says, and he knew, right? Because look, you got to remember, they know our history. They was a part of our history.
Right.
Exactly. So look, this is what happened. You see this position that the Israelites are in? We can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting them all, I think it was like 5 of them. I believe it was. If he had 5 sons.
Yeah, 5 or 7.
Esau?
No, in the
Esau.
in the movie.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah, the apostles talk about that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 5.
I think it was 5.
It was 5.
Yeah, he's sitting them off the yeah, you know. And they all was on one accord at one point. But what is prophecy, man? It wasn't for them to stay together. You know? It says, Mark 3:26, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. And that's what you see playing out. The end, going back to 2 Ezra 6th chapter, the end of Esau Edom's rulership. The end of an age, man. It's gonna start with the Lord put the spirit on them to fight one another, to disagree. You wanna be like my people? I'm gonna treat you like them, nigga. Huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that means the small heads gonna get the worst. They gonna get the worst, man. To be a small head these last days is bad business.
Yeah. People are like, yo, like you guys are the biggest welfare case, man. Welfare case. You know?
I seen something. They be committing a lot of fraud and be stealing too.
That's all they 144 again. That's all they know.
That's where your type jobs are going.
Yeah.
Here in America, taking advantage of this system.
They don't pay for school. They got free health care.
No.
They got all that shit, man.
No.
Families get checks every month.
See? Yeah. They don't fucking work.
144 again. All off the backs of what they call Goyim.
William, yeah. That's how you look at the rest of the nation.
You know? Hey, the scripture says, should not a dog move his tongue against the children of Israel? They're the real animals, man. They're the real useless people.
Yeah, because what else? What are they really doing? Besides causing hell.
Reading out the Talmud,
Right. Being Ninja Turtles.
being in the church.
Yeah, what are they contributing? What are they contributing to society? In this
Picking up
world,
blood
like?
samples from the hospital.
Yeah, right. They supposed to be God's people. They supposed to be the example.
Yeah.
Everybody around the
what are
world
they-
should
what are
aspire
they
to be a
doing?
small head. Why is not the whole world small heads?
Right. Yeah. The scriptures say that.
Or rushing to bow down to them,
Yeah.
bring them gifts, or
Where are they coming out to learn the ways of Jake?
the Jewish shit.
Right. No one's doing that, man.
I don't even know where to fucking to buy a Talmud book.
Well, there's probably a reason why. Because if you read that motherfucker, when new stuff came out about it,
Yeah.
you know, they do some.
Got holy Bibles everywhere.
That's all I had.
But this is back to 2nd Ezra, chapter 9. I'm gonna start at verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
It's already written. Go ahead.
Everything being the end being declared from the beginning.
Yep.
For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Yeah. And we're telling you that, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, my head apostles and elders and the bishop, great millstone on down. The end is here, man. Even these economists for Esau Edom tells you this is a wrap for America, man. This place is over with, man. And once again, his economists know it, the keepers of the house know it, but no one wants to tell the people, man. That's what's going off right now.
The line.
Yeah. That's too much.
Verse 6.
She got something behind her. Yeah.
I don't know. You got to hold on.
She got something behind her.
Yeah.
Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder,
Yep.
and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs.
Go ahead.
And everyone that shall be saved, and shall be able to escape by his works.
To everyone that shall be saved, meaning that we're not saved yet, shall be saved by his works.
So shall be able to escape by his works.
Escape what? Church not telling you this. Pastor Pork Chop, Deacon Bacon, Reverend Ham not telling you this.
You just saved now.
You don't, you know?
They already say that's what they telling me.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta escape from that. You already escaped.
Just trying to be young.
And by faith.
And by faith, so work and faith. What was that? Was that John or James that said, I'll show you my James. I'll show you my faith by my works. Works by my faith. Roughly paraphrasing. And this is part of the works. We got faith through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, going back to Ephesians, the 2nd chapter. That gift to believe. So now we working. You sign up for a job and they tell you, look, we're going to pay you $20 an hour. All right, that's your hourly rate. And then, you know, we pay you bi-weekly. You have trust and faith in that, so you punch that clock every fucking morning or every night when you go to work. This is no different, man. Okay? It's no different. We believe. And we pray that we continue to believe to get that penny, man. You got it? Why y'all out there? Why y'all out there? Because we believe, goddammit.
Whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils.
Right. When you preserve something, it can't be contaminated.
Said perils, you know?
Yeah, you got it.
The dangers, you know, the unknown.
Yep.
And you want to be preserved. You want to be directed. You want to be guided. Because what we getting ready to go through, no one has ever been through before.
Yeah, Matthew 24 goes into that. There's gonna be a time like it's never been on the earth, man. A time of Jacob's trouble. Esau is gonna come down upon our people like never before.
And we go want to flee from these times.
Yep. We got out.
Yep. All right. Shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land,
Go ahead.
and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning,
Go ahead.
predestined.
Yeah.
Then shall they be a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
So there's gonna be 2/3 of our people gonna be in a pitiful case. Right? You know, scripture say, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. All right?
Fallouts, sellouts.
Oh man, forgot about it. Yeah. You know, fallouts, sellouts, you agents that are in camps, right? Faking the funk. You're gonna be in a fucking pitiful case, man. The Lord's gonna have you somehow, form or fashion, to where evil's knocking at your door, man. But I did this for you. You know? Wow, that's what we doing though. That's what we doing though.
They want to fuck with the live now.
It's all good. You saw a demon. It started at 6 and 6 too. You got it out.
And they that have cast him away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
Yeah, so the Lord got torments prepared for the wicked of our people. Look, this is the creator of everything you lay eyes on. Getting ready to torment your ass, man. You gonna have Jake seeing shit, all right? Jake passing out.
Yeah, that car you love so much might be your coffin.
Yeah.
Seen that happen. Tesla.
Yep.
Go ahead, up.
For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Yeah. Receive benefits from who? The devil, Satan, the one who's in power right now. Esau Edom. All right? He's able to give gifts because what? Job 9:24. The earth was given to the hands of the wicked. All right? And you were blinded by these gifts. You turned your back on the Lord. But ultimately, what the Lord said, you have not forsaken me, but your own selves. I believe that's in First Ezra's. Take Ezra's the first chapter. You know? Take that off. Fine. You got it. Hey.
Verse 11.
That's nice right there.
And they that have loathed my law,
Sound like Tego. Tego Calderon.
and they that loathed my law.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and loathe goes into disregarded, I believe.
Despise.
Despised, yeah,
Yep.
despised, disregarded. You know, because our people, they despise the laws of the Heavenly Father and His Son. They disregard the laws and ways of the Heavenly Father and His Son.
Yeah. It's not a game for them. What do I get from doing this?
Yeah.
They don't see the reward. You know, once again, it's all about pleasure with our people. You mean I can't eat pork?
Been eating it this long,
Bro,
good protein,
yep.
tastes good.
You know how Jake is.
Then you hit fucking 40 or 50. Now you on high blood pressure medicine, and every time you eat it, you bust out in a full sweat.
Yep. Ankles swole like shit. You got some, Mike? You know?
And I've physically seen this. You know, somebody that on high blood pressure, they eat pork and they'll bust out in a full sweat, and they know they ain't supposed to be eating the shit, but then turn around and eat it. And then once their body start acting up or they cause a reaction, they already know what it is because they know what they ate and that they know they weren't supposed to be eating it.
Yeah. Sweet tea is like that too. That sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, and that shit is fucking, that sugar is addictive, man.
Yeah.
As well as the fucking tea. You gotta find some type of balance. You gotta use a different sweetener. Use honey.
Yeah, they say that sugar, man, that's like a #1 killer. And sugar is what cancer feeds off of.
There you go.
Feeds off of. You know? They want your body acidic and filled with sugar and not hydrated. Because they say disease is hard for disease to thrive in an alkaline, healthy body. All right,
This is not medical information, by the way.
yeah. This ain't medical information.
Yeah, don't.
But take care of your vessels, you know,
Exactly.
because at the end of the day, this body you in, you trapped in it until the day you die. So why not take care of it?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yep.
Why not make it strong and healthy?
Again, we want new bodies, right?
Yeah, we want a new body.
Oh, the Lord give you a new body. You ain't take care of the
You
one.
ain't even take care of this one. This one raggedy.
Look, physically and spiritually. Spiritually first.
You're right. All right, verse 11.
Yeah.
And they that loathed my law, while they had yet liberty.
Right. See the liberty, the freedom. You know, look, there's nobody out here, man. You see Jake walk by, Jake pass by, and the liberty they had to get this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, the scripture's gonna say that they despised it.
Would this be considered leisure too?
Yeah, it's the weekend.
Yeah, this our leisure time, man.
Yep.
Everybody do food Saturday.
What?
It's leisure right here.
That's why your woman leaves you.
What you doing with your? What are you doing with your leisure?
Right.
What are we doing with our free time?
That's it. That's right.
Our so-called free time. We out here.
You outside.
We not getting paid to do this.
In the spirit.
We not receiving it. We you know we
Yeah,
get paid
yeah,
for the
yeah,
spirit.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we putting our treasures up in heaven.
God.
But you know, we not getting receiving a check after this, or benefits or something, anything carnal. Nah, we out here on our so-called free time, our leisure, while we have liberty to push the words of the Heavenly Father and His Son,
That's right.
which is His will, and we thankful for it.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna come a time where people wished they was on this side, and they gonna want to be a part of this, but it's gonna be too late. And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
And they understood not because the angels are blocking them. You read Matthew the 13th chapter, it tells you, what was the 16th chapter? It's 13th chapter, where it tells you, bless are your eyes for they see and your ears for you hear. You know, the heart of these, make the hearts of these people fat. You know, I think that came first, and then bless are your eyes. But the Lord got spiritual blockers on these people, man. So where they can see us, they can hear us, but they can't perceive spiritually what we're saying, because the Lord are reject. They're a bunch of rejects, man. And what was that, Isaiah? Or was it Jeremiah? How long ago, Lord? Jeremiah, the 6th chapter, I believe it is. Is it 6 and 9? Somebody probably could show. How long, right? Until the cities are destroyed. You know?
What flag is that?
That's
It's Isaiah 6.
Isaiah 6. That's I think that's one of my Iranian flags.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the lion. Yeah, the lion with a sword.
Well, they had the American and the Iranian flag combined.
Because they wanted to come together. Yeah, they people don't understand prophecy, man. These heathens don't understand prophecy. I was watching a video a couple of days ago, and one of them Edomites was cutting his tongue and letting it drip into another one's mouth. These don't know what the fuck going on, man. And there was reverences, man, like he was a fucking god. You know, you see them little clips, you know what I'm saying? Weird shit.
Weird part of YouTube.
Yeah. Had his mouth wide open, man. And the other dude might have been a Israelite foreigner, because he was sitting there, he was like, he was like, nah, I don't want no parts of that.
I'm good, bro.
Slack it, Mike.
You want it?
Yeah, Baba Shah.
It's Isaiah 6, in verse 11. And I'll start at verse 10.
Come.
There.
Yeah, well, spirit, yeah.
Isaiah 6, verse 9, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not,
Right?
and see ye indeed, but perceive not.
Yeah. Once again, what we're just talking about, you know? This word, this knowledge, go and look, tell these people, but they're not going to perceive. They're not going to understand. Go ahead.
Isaiah 6, verse 10, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Once again, this is talking spiritually. Because once again, they can see us, they can hear us, right? But they can't perceive. Letting you know this is a spiritual thing. You know? Letting you know that the Lord, He don't love everybody. You know what I'm saying? God loves everybody. Well, if He did, He be healing these YNs. You know? You got Israelite YNs now. You know what I'm saying? He'll be healing these niggas.
But
But
be fucking dozens of people in front of us,
right,
and them and all the other Israelite camps.
right.
Dozens of people.
But the Lord don't want to heal him. And that's a cold deal. The only entity that can heal you don't want to heal you. That's cold, man.
And the Lord has his favorite,
Yeah.
his favorites,
Yeah, well, yeah.
you know. King David being one of them.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah. Isaiah 6, verse 11. Then said I, how long? Yeah. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate.
Yep. And that's what you're going to see play out in these Psalms. All right? Jake is still not going to get it. And that's why going back to 2 Ezra 9th chapter, the scriptures say the same must know it after death by pain. You know? That's cold, man. The Lord rejecting you. A job can reject you. A woman can reject you. Family members, friends can reject you. Damn, that's a big bird.
Which is why we are truly blessed, because we were actually given a chance, an opportunity to fight for salvation.
Yep.
We were given a chance, an opportunity to run the race that everybody can't get it. Everybody can't be a part of this race.
Right.
Everybody can't run this race. Everybody can't fight this fight of faith. You know, everybody don't got a chance to hold on to a crown tight. You know? Which is why, you know, we thankful, you know, and present our bodies as a living sacrifice.
Yep. And that's why we take this our leisure time important. You know, we don't just, you know, sit around and not do anything. All right? But constantly thinking on prophecy. Brothers sending articles constantly, videos, clips. That's you thinking upon the Lord. That's you thinking upon what's getting ready to happen, man.
You can miss a lot today.
It's famous words, Pastor Hart. You can miss a lot in a day. You got something, Rob?
Yeah, 2 Ezra 5.
Yeah, yep.
This is
That's a good one, yep.
2 Ezra 5 and 1. It
Yep.
says, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come.
Is that concerning? Oh, coming.
This is coming.
Okay.
Behold, the day shall come,
Slacky.
that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number. And that's those apocalyptic times coming. World War III, economic, financial loss. Let's see, it says, and of course, 2/3 of our people in the rest of the heathen nation. It's a larger number than 1/3, of course.
Yep.
And it says, and the way of truth shall be hidden. That's this word coming out.
Right.
And the land shall be barren of faith.
Hey, it's gonna be that bad. It's gonna be that bad that you say anything spiritual. People like, yo, get that you believe some God's gonna crack the clouds? You believe some God's gonna come save you? This is my savior. You know how people are, man.
Yeah.
Jay gets simple. Was that on that?
What is it? Look at him. He's over there praying.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we basically be considered outcasts in that time. Like we are now.
Yep.
Verse 2. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago.
Yeah, so iniquity is being increased, right? That's why the Lord's bringing fire, the second death, man. And rightfully so, man. Everything is out of whack. Everything is out of order. Going back to Proverbs 29. When the righteous and authority people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, people mourn, man. So we're not going to beat a dead horse. Things will get more evil. Things get more wicked. Take heed or not. All right? Any closing statements?
Prophecy speaking for itself. Now, the signs are signing. You know, there'll be, like brother always said, a time coming where we're not gonna have to come out here no more because, shit, it's done. Especially once that MOTB becomes made mandatory and pushed on the globe, ain't gonna be nothing else to talk about.
What ain't gonna have his men out here
Yeah.
doing all this shit going on, you know?
Yeah, because once the MOTB become a mandatory shit, you might as well go and start. It's gonna be any day now. Especially, you know, once it get mandatory on pushed on the masses of the globe, then you go know for real. All right, now it's literally any day these missiles can fly now, literally.
You know, so with that, we're going to close. I'm giving all praise, honor, and glory to Heavenly Father's only begotten Son.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Mekadash.
The bonds, apostle, elders, and the bishop of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.
Well,